Hello and welcome, ladies, gentlemen, cans of LaCroix, hot dog sandwiches, whatever you may be. We're glad to have you here. I apologize for the delay. We had a lineup change that I guess didn't get made, so I just wanted to take care of that so that everyone could have a happy September. I'm here. I'm Danny B. I'm here with my co-host, uh, Michael Dion, Leatherneck Mike, however you want to go by.
We're gonna die on, but close enough. I'm used to it at this
Dion.
point.
Let me take us into our screen here. Hopefully people can hear me. I'm picking up mic. I'm picking up audio. Chat, if you can hear me, say hello.
I can hear
Oh,
you on the stream on my computer.
Schoolboy Shoe
So,
likes it. Perfect. Well, then, without further ado, guys, we're going to take you right into it. Uh, I will go ahead and take the first day. Mike can take day 2. So we're still on yesterday, the last day of the sim. So we're going to finish the day. Make sure we did this all. Yep. Scores. That's what we want. That's yesterday. All right. Finish today. Here we are, the 25th of August. It is a quick sim day, so I'm going to take us through some box scores. We got Voyagers taking on the Apex. The Apex will get it done at home with a walk-off win in the 11th inning. So that was surely an exciting one. Oh, what did I do here? Box score, that's what I want. So looking through our batting lineups, a couple of two-hit days here, nothing too crazy. David and Hood. It looks like our Hood hit the walk-off run-scoring single versus Spruce, though, so congratulations, Hood. Moving down to our pitching lineup, Fairborn, the starter for New York, went 6.1 innings, gave up 2 runs, while Tokoyami started for Indianapolis, went 6 innings, also gave up 2 runs. But the wins and the losses will go to the relievers. No Hands taking the win. He's 3-5 on the season, 2.1 innings pitched tonight, no runs. The loss going to Spruce. He went 1.2 innings, gave up that 1 run. And Fumikage Tokoyami, starter for Indianapolis, will get play of the game here. Next up, we got Supernovas and Rougarous. Quick play that. The Rougarous went in 12-3. A little bit of a blowout there. Going the Rougarous way. See if they had any good batting performance here. 4 for 5 for Brew? Christopher Brew, I'm going to go with. So good night there for him. Going down to pitching, we have McQuack taking the loss, starter for Sarasota. He only went 4 innings and gave up 7 runs on 13 hits. While McDougal, the starter for New Orleans, will take the win. 6 innings, 3 runs, no saves, no holds here, and Brew will take player of the game for that. Just awesome batting performance. 4 for 5 with 5 RBIs, so well done. Next on the day is going to be Foxes and Stars. Stars taking the win in a close game, 4-3. Going down our batting lines here, a couple of one-hit days for some Foxes, two-hit day for Johnson, two-hit day for Meredith. Those are the standout bats. For Kashima, Vargo will take the loss. He went 6 innings and gave up 4 runs. Not that bad a start, but not good enough to get a no decision there. Johnson takes the win. He went 6.1, only gave up 2, so a phenomenal start. Tyler Johnson getting the player of the game now there. He's your starter for Nashville. We got the Raptors and the Scorpions. Scorpions getting it done, 9-3. Take you into our box score here. 3 hit days all around for some of these Death Valley players. Lefebvre and Love going 3 for 5, 3 for 4 respectively. 3 RBIs for Love, so a little bit stronger performance there. A couple of 2-hit days on Boise's side. Bisquick is your starter if you're a Boise player. 6.1 innings pitched, gave up 7 runs. While Harry Styles will take the win to improve to 11-4 on the season. 6 innings pitched, 3 runs given up, and James Love will be your player of the game. He had those 3 clutch RBIs. We got Vandals and Demons. Quick play that. The Vandals beating the Demons 10-1. Closer in the hit column than in the run column, but still a strong performance for Vandals. Going down their line, a 3 for 6 day for Gibbles. A couple of 2-hit days for some other players. 3-hit day for 3 for 6 for Gibbles. Bentley, that's Austin Bentley, will pick up his 7th win on the season. He went 7 innings, only gave up 1 run, real quality start. Silas Young, will take the loss. 3-12 on the season, just not able to get in a groove. He's pitched 6.1 innings and gave up 3 runs. And Austin Bentley, starter for Vancouver, will be player of the game. Next, we got the Aviators taking on the Sloths. Sloths will win this one at home. Score of 8-2. Couple of 2-hit days, some 1-hit days for the Outer Banks. For the Sloths, we have a couple of 2-hit days. Nothing too crazy going on the bat. 2 RBIs for Abbott, though. Flowers is the real story of this game. Clearly, is he went 8.1 innings, only gave up 3 hits and just 1 run over 114 pitches. He'll take the win, while Cato will take the loss. 8-8 on the season, 5.1 innings pitched, gave up 7 runs. So Flowers will be your clear player of the game there. In our last majors game of the day, you got Crabs taking on the Toros. The Crabs winning 5-3 over the Toros, despite getting out hit there by a few hits. Stevens had a 2 for 4 day. 3 for 5 for Bauer, just 1 RBI to show for it, though. Kuramochi will take the win. He's 5-7 on the season, 6 innings pitched, 3 runs given up. Striker spin rate will take the loss. He's 6.2 innings pitched, gave up 5 runs. And Remington Stevens will be your player of the game. He was a 2 for 4, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. So solid batting performance there. That'll finish us up for the majors for today. I'll drop us down to the minors, see if there's anything going on today. There is first game Hepcat Swifties. You got a battle of the commentators here. So we'll quick play that one. And the Swifties are able to get it done, 6-4. Going down our batting lines here, 3-hit day for Thrallers, only got 1 RBI on that. 3-hit day for Benito Alomar, 1 RBI, 1 run. Going down to pitching, we have our co-caster here, Mike Dion. Or did I say that wrong again? I bet I did.
Dion.
Mike Dion taking the loss. He went 5.
Where's my defense? Where are you?
Only
Help
earned
me.
1 run, so it's truly he didn't have a bad outing. Just team didn't quite pick him up there. Ratatouille, the starter for State College, he went 5.1. Also only gave up the 1 earned. We have a save here for Hosh Jader, a hold for Rodriguez Jr., although Bojangle will take the win, 1 inning, 1 run on the State College side. So Remy Ratatouille for that 5.1 inning, 1 earned run performance will pick up our player of the game there. 66ers take on the Mounties. And the 66ers will upset the home team here by a score of 13-2. A couple of 3-hit days, 3 for 4 for Theeks, 3 for 5 for Lim, with 4 RBIs for Lim. Very nice. A couple of 1-hit days for Kingston. I guess they just couldn't quite wake up the bats there. As Kyle Bellinger Jr. takes his 9th win on the year, 7.1 innings pitched. He gave up 2 runs. Takahashi takes the loss for Kingston, only going 1.2 innings. He got 5 outs, gave up 8 runs. That's a rough one. And really the bullpen tried to bail him out, but they didn't fare a ton better. So Gerald Lim will be your player of the game, although you had some competition there because that was a solid start for Kyle Bellinger. Dynamos and Dillos. The Dillos will win at home, 10-6. If we look at our batting line here, 3 for 5 day for Parmley, Dustin Parmley. He got 3 runs, 3 RBIs, very solid performance. 2 for 4 for Bubbles with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. And 1 hit, 3 RBIs for Winters. It's a big hit. Hit it where it counted. Colin Lassie will take the loss for Dallas, 1.2 innings pitched. He gave up 6 earned runs. While Morgan for Amarillo will take the win. 7 innings pitched, only gave up 4 earned, 5 total, and Dustin Parmley will be your player of the game. And our last game of the day, we got Wheelers taking on the Kingpins. And the Wheelers will get a win to improve to 30 wins on the season, 6-4. Looks like it was a walk-off win. Yes, it was. Mouse hit a single. Right? Yep. Oh, nope, I'm crazy. I'm looking at the runs. I'm all out of sorts here. Not a walk-off win, just a strong 13-8 game. 3 hits, 5 at-bats for a cardboard cutout of Derek Jeter, who is my featured player name of the day. Great name. Love it. Julio Ruiz going 3 for 5 with 2 runs. Solid performance over there. We'll go down pitching. King George started for Anchorage, 6.2 innings pitched, 2 runs. But the win goes to Wright, who just got 1 out and gave up 2 runs. So an interesting way to earn yourself your 4th win on the year. While Leaf, the starter for Chicago, went 7 innings, only gave up 1 run. He'll get player of the game, actually, for that. That's really a great start. Gambini will take the loss in the blown save, gave up 5 runs, got 1 out.
I didn't know you could get a blown save in the 7th inning.
Yeah, I think as long as it's within 3. And that'll do it for the day. So I'm going to take us into our next day and let you take over the box scores. So we'll finish. We'll start off in the majors. And you can
All
take
right,
it
we
away.
start off in the bigs with the Supernovas of Sarasota and the Rougarous of New Orleans, and New Orleans is going to take this one comfortably 8-2 so far. Let's take a look at who did well in the hit column today. Di Stefano Jr., the right fielder for the Rougarous, 3 ribbies. Hey, that'll help you win some ball games. Geronimo also with a 3 RBI day. On the Sarasota side, not a whole lot going on, although Crash Wagon with 2 walks and a hit. That's pretty good for 3 plate appearances. And Bagescu had their 1 ribby of the day. Let's head down to the pitching lines and see what we did today. Oh, we're heading for some settings.
A little loud here. I'm just going to lower this just a bit. It's also my ears, so we'll let you take over the pitching and people can continue to make noise if the sound's no great.
All right, Nakamura wins his 6th game of the year. 6 2/3, 1 earned, only 4 hits. A really nice start for a guy with 688 so far this year. And Torkelton, 8th loss of the season, 6 1/3, 7 earned. And pretty interesting save from Tato, 2 1/3 innings for a save. That's quite a long one. Geronimo got the player of the game today. Game 2 of the day, Crabs and Toros way down in Cancun, and this was a blowout. 9-0. I almost looked at the hit column for a second. Speaking of that hit column, let's take a look. Carter, shortstop on the Cancun side, 3 RBIs. Looks like all but 2 batters had a ribby for Cancun, so hey, not a bad day at all on the Providence side. Latoris, I know what that first name is. Latoris had a 2-hit day. But other than that, Providence really struggled. Let's see who had that great start for Cancun.
What's your name?
And it was Nate Pearson. 11-3 is his record on the year now after he picks up win number 11. 87 game scores, pretty darn good. Only faced 30 batters in a CGSO complete game shutout. 8 Ks. On the other side, Maddox, 4 innings pitched. 5 earned as the starter. Pearson, obviously your player of the game, the CGSO.
And we'll take you to the next one.
Game 3 sees the Voyagers voyage to Indy to play the Apex, and they come out on top. 7-5. 12 hits to 11, so a pretty well hit day. Offensively, we'll start on the right side with the Apex. It is Strobel with 3 RBIs on 3 hits of the day. That was their big performance. And on the New York side, a couple of good performances. Crunkleton had 2 RBIs and a hit, and Menard had a pair of hits and a couple of ribbies, although he did have 3 strikeouts, so an up and down day. And it is Choate with the win for New York. 6 innings and 5 earned. That'll hurt the ERA just a tad. Dangley got the start, gave up 5, but didn't get the loss. That went to Joden, who gave up 1 earned run in an inning and 2/3 work. And Strobel, by the way, your player of the game. Almost forgot to mention that. Game number 4. The Foxes are struggling, and they continue to struggle against the Nashville Stars. 7-4 is your final. Heading down to the box scores, Brunson immediately for Nashville. Having a darn good day. 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and a walk is some good work. For Kashima, though, Lupe tried. 2 RBIs at the top of the lineup, only hitting 188, so he needed that 1-for-3 performance today. Technically, 1-for-4 if you get into the at-bats. But hey, he did have a walk. That'll help the OBP. Pitching-wise, Sleepian or Slepian, however you want to say that. 6 innings pitched and 4 earned runs. That'll help the ERA ever so slightly, but he does take the loss. That's loss number 12. Wokenfuss, 10-6 now on the year. 7 innings, 4 earned, just short of a quality start. Brunson, your player of the game with a stick. And now, Boise and Death Valley, the kings of the year so far. And Death Valley comes out on top 14-6. Boise got most of their runs late, so something tells me that Death Valley had a pretty good start. In the hitting wise, well, I think first name, last name is going to get player of the game today when you go 5-5 with 6 RBIs. You're just going to add to an already impressive total of a 352 BA. On the Boise side, a 4 RBI day for Finn Reese. 4 hits and 5 at-bats. We'll see if that got overshadowed. And it did. First name, last name, player of the game. Barker with the start for Death Valley. He's 13-1 on the year with a 3.01 ERA, 7 innings, and 3 earned. 12 Ks, too. What a start. Kai gets lost for Boise. 2 2/3, 9 earned, just overpowered by a fantastic Death Valley lineup.
We definitely want to highlight here first name, last name ties the Death Valley Scorpions regular season game record for hits with those 5 hits.
5 for 5 is an incredible day, and it is a rare one indeed. All right, Vandals and Demons. I think this is our last big league game of the day, if I read that right. And the Demons of Detroit will improve to 26-49 of the season. They win 4-3 in a walk-off fashion. And it was a walk-off error even. How about that? That's an unfortunate way, although it's a good way to win. 2 RBIs for Dimes out in left field, although their best hitter of the day was arguably Herrera. He had 2 hits. On the Detroit side, on the Vancouver side, their 3 RBIs are spread out between the lineup, but it would probably be Scott, their third baseman, 2 hits and 4 ribbies, who had their best day. Going down to the pitching, Rigsbad got the start and had one heck of a game. 6 innings, no earned for Vancouver, but he doesn't get a decision because of a Monston and Johnston issue out of the bullpen. For Detroit, a good start from Mitchell, but it is LeBlanc who gets the win despite having a blown save. So, hey, how about that? And it is Molly Mitchell, the Detroit starter, who gets your player of the game. And now let's hop on a bus down to the minor leagues. Do we have any minors games today? Yes, we do. A 4-piece. First, the Dynamos and the Dillos. Dynamos come out on top 9-2 with some late inning action. For Dallas, the Dynamos have 7, 8, and 9, produce 6 RBIs combined. That's a good recipe to win baseball games hitting the bottom of your lineup, folks. On the other side, Lowett Joe, if I can read that right, with the resolution, 3 hits. There we go. Pawa Lowett Joe gets 3 hits for Amarillo. Pitching-wise, Lewis got the start for the Dillos. 6 innings pitched, 7 hits given up, 5 earned, only 2 strikeouts. He gets the loss in that game, and then Heaney goes to 8-1 out of the bullpen, looks like. 1 2/3, 2 hits, and no earned for him in his win. And a 3-inning save. That's peculiar. Let's move on to game 2. Matthew Edwards, by the way, player of the game. I'll quit forgetting that eventually. Bingo Hammersmith and Nico Baldelli get rolling. Baldelli, will he pick up his first loss? No, he will not. It is 8-1 Swift Steeds over the Hepcats. Drozdov, 3 hits in 5 at-bats. Hakaha and Dingle get 3 hits as well. This was a power day for the Swifties. And for the Hepcats, meanwhile, Thrallers is the only man with an RBI. Let's head down and see how the pitchers did. Well, Baldelli is 8-0. He's still undefeated. 6 2/3, 1 earned. He's going to get that done for you. Plummer finishes the game out with no earned runs, and Hammersmith goes to 9-8. Record really not showing the strength of his year. 5 innings and 6 earned with a 4.08 ERA now. Nico Baldelli with a beautiful start. That's your player of the game. The 66ers and the Mounties, Hepcat fans, are watching the 66ers close and vice versa. And Mounties win over the 66ers. This is a bit of an upset. And it was a 7th inning run that got the win. Dawson and Lewis had the RBIs. Lewis, the only multi-hit man for Kingston, so this was very much a pitcher's duel. And the multi-hit came from the 9-hole, so you know what they say, the others got to step up for you to win. Myth was the only man with a ribby for San Bernardino. Down to the pitching, Ingram, 7 1/3, 1 earned, and he gets the loss on an unearned run. That's got to hurt. Rolo did not get the win for Kingston, but he pitched really, really well. 6 2/3, 1 earned. Chungus, is that Big Chungus? What's the first name on Chungus there?
Boo Boo.
Oh, Boo Boo Chungus. Thought it'd be Big Chungus. Boo Boo Chungus gets the win. He's 1-1. 1 1/3 innings. Jack Rolo gets player of the game despite not getting the win. So, hey, some acknowledgement for your efforts. And finally, Anchorage and the Kingpins of Chi-Town. And Anchorage takes this one. That must have been a long bus ride from Alaska. Holy moly. On the Anchorage side, a bevy of 3-hit days from Swift and from Burrow. Hey, he's supposed to be in Cincinnati. And Finelli. And Finelli had 4 RBIs. He had one heck of a day. They also had 3 homers on the day from Anchorage, so brought the bats out for all those runs. Rogers got the win. He's 8-5 of the year, 5 2/3, 4 earned, and Rodert got the loss, 4 innings, 6 earned. Bullpen was rough for Chicago. Your player of the day is, if we scroll down like a hair, thank you, Joe Finelli, them 4 RBI.
And that'll do it for that day. So I'll take back over here. We'll finish the day out. This is an off day. Make sure I'm not being lied to. It is, in fact, an off day. So we're going to finish this one, too. And I will take what looks to be a short day. Fox is taking on the Scorpions. If I was a betting man, I'd say Scorpions. But I do love me an underdog. So, but no, it will be the Scorpions. 8-2. Going down our scores here. 2 for 4 day for Valor. And that's kind of the standout bat to me, so Cash may be able to have what I think is the best batting performance at least. Vasala will take the loss for Kashima, 3.2 innings, 6 runs given up. Green will go the complete game, 9 innings, 2 runs, only 95 pitches. Got 9 strikeouts. It's a pretty economical game for Shane Green over there. He'll get player of the game and then some for that one. And then we have Raptors and Sloths. Quick play that. The Raptors able to win 6-0 and shut out the Sloths. Only able to manage 6 hits. They had 2 errors. Not a great day for the Sloths. Although they did have a 2 for 3 day from Scott Poe. Going over to Boise. 2 RBIs, 2 runs, 2 for 5 for King is pretty solid. 2 for 3 for Jax. We'll go down to pitching. Bill Bisquick will take the win. 7.2 innings pitched, 0 runs given up, 10 strikeouts, so that's a really solid performance. Manbro, he'll take the loss, 7.1 innings, gave up 2 earned, 4 runs overall, and Bill Bisquick with that 7.2 inning, 10 strikeout, 0 run affair will be your player of the game. We'll jump down to the minors, see what's going on here. There's nothing. And we'll finish the day up. We're on to the 29th of August, almost into September here. And we have a quick sim day. So I will let you take this. It looks like it'll be another short day. Well,
yeah, short day. Miners getting a few days off here on Miners Day. Kashima headed to Death Valley, and you would think the Scorpions would take this one, and they do easily. 14-6, although it looks like the Scorpion bullpen wasn't immune today. 3 hits and 4 ribbies for Love out at second, and some love we will give to Colon, 5 RBIs out of the 7th slot in the lineup. Valor, by the way, put up a valiant effort. 4 ribbies out of the 4 slot for Kashima.
Looks like that was a grand slam. Oh no, 2 runs off that homer. Anyway, we'll go down to pitching.
And Kashima, Rune, he got the loss, 3-15 on the year. Rough one for him. 2 2/3 today, another rough start. 5 earned. Balgan, in the meantime, 8 innings, 4 earned, 3.55 ERA, and James Love getting the love for your player of the game. Supernovas. Supernovas and the Vandals, and Sarasota gets shut down. They did the back half of a supernova instead of the front half, at least from the plate. Vancouver, well, most of their RBIs came from one person, and that was Lodge. Well, I guess it's less than half, so that didn't really make any damn sense. I was looking at the wrong column. Sarasota, a couple of guys with multi-hit games, but other than that, only 2 guys got hits. So we can move on down to the pitchers. It was Baxter who had a quality start, 6 2/3, and 3 earned. Not a bad start by any means, but still goes to 2-14. Bentley, meanwhile, was cruising 7 1/3, 14 strikeouts. Austin Bentley is your player of the game. The Stars and the Voyagers. The Stars heading to New York, and they look like Stars. They win 7-5. three 2 RBI games coming out of the Nashville side to help give them the win. One from Buswell, one from Swanberg, and one from Rose. New York, on the other hand, got their production from two guys, Menard out in center and Rivers at short, 2 and 3 RBIs respectively. And Barack Obama got the win for Nashville, 5 earned in 6 2/3. New York, Slothface, got only his second loss of the year. 4 innings, he got roughed up, 10 hits, 6 earned. But he only has a 3 ERA, so that tells you how strong this year was going into it. Joshua Brunson is your player of the game. Crabs and Aviators of the Outer Banks, and the Aviators take off in this one, and they took off very quickly. A 4 spot in the second and a 3 spot in the third put that thing long to bed. For Outer Banks, it was Iridian and Swift, Long, Esposito, and City. The bottom half of the order goes bonkers. For Providence, on the other hand, it was Chiggins and Kuntz, who had their only 2 ribbies on the day, but they did have a couple of multi-hit days. Pitching-wise, it was Bin Codden who had 8 1/3 and 2 earned on the day. And Insidier, I guess, 2 1/3 innings, 7 earned. Tyler Swift, maybe the brother of Taylor Swift, perhaps, player of the game.
Or even Sailor Twift. There's a few of them.
Game number 5, Boise and San Antonio, and the Sloths moved pretty quick to the victory here. 7 runs in the second inning. Wow. In the rain as well. San Antonio batting. Wilson had 3 RBIs. And another big game where we're seeing production at the bottom of the lineup. Sandberg with 2 ribbies. Mata and Khan, 2 ribbies. All in the bottom half of the San Antonio order. Iso tried his hardest. He had 2 ribbies on 1 hit for Boise, but it wasn't anywhere near enough, unfortunately. Down to the pitching, a rough start. So all 7 of those earned runs in the second, or 5 of those 7 runs in the second, I should say, came with no outs. Orion with the start, 1 inning, 7 earned. Other side, Daring, 7 1/3, 2 earned. Hey, there's a good start for you. Bobby Daring keeps up his Cy Young race going with a good start. Cancun and Detroit is next, and Detroit's going to pull this out in extra innings with a walk-off 3-run bomb off my favorite name in the league, Bartolo Pizza. He's going to catch a pie in the face from his teammates for that one, and Quick had all 4 of them ribbies, 3 hits, and that kaboom. Who had the ribby? Tentacion had the RBI for Cancun. And hey, a good day for Salmons out there in center. 2 hits and 2 walks. That'll help the BA and the OBP. Pitching-wise, Zielman, 7 innings, 1 earned. Hey, that was a really good start there, but Pizza, he blew it. Vaughn, 6 2/3, 1 earned. Player of the game is Mountain Quick. I don't think it could have been anybody else. Final game of the day of August 29th is the Rougarous, I love that name, and the Apex. Rougarous win 7-4, though it looked like the Apex might have had some late life left in them after getting held down pretty early. Bonanza, 2 RBIs. Geronimo, 2 RBIs for the Rougarous. Apex, on the other hand, it was Dominguez Jr. had 3 ribbies for them. Only multi-hit they, though, went to effort. Pitching-wise, McQueen got the win. He's now 5-12 in a year, 6 2/3, 4 earned. Grams, 5 innings, 4 earned. Cuckoo McQueen, or Coco, however you want to say it, is your player of the game.
And
now we trudge forward to the 30th.
Yep. And this will be our first featured match of the day. We're going to be looking at San Bernardino and the State College Swifties. So I'm going to take the casting on this one. As you all at this point must know how I love my Swifties. We'll head into the managed game here. Look at our matchup. Pitching, we've got Max Miller versus You Need to Calm Down. Uni is the current minor league pitcher of the month, and August was Uni's worst month, posting a 3.2 ERA, the only month he's had an ERA over 3 this whole season. Looks like 4 of 6 of Randy Myth's most recent appearances have ended in multiple hits, so Randy Myth being a guy to watch out for. Gerald Lim, he's at 394 hits to start the stream with 46 home runs. Big Jim had 242. Haka Haka has 291 hits and 24 home runs coming to the sim. He also set the minor league record for doubles career in the last stream. Haywood Dinkle, he should have crested 200 hits at this point. He had 196 coming into the sim, and Danny B, myself, has 22 home runs career, despite only having 6 to this point this year. Batting stats are all led or tied for a lead by a Swifties batter, so that's why you see so many of these Swifties over here, although there's the tie between Dinkle and Theeks, and a couple of these matchups going in favor of the 66ers. Without further ado, I'm going to take us into this one. Need to Calm Down takes the mound against Randy Myth. Randy Myth swinging it from the right side. He'll hit that into the gap there. Gap, gap, gap. He's going for 2. Looks like he'll make it. Yep, stand-up double there for Randy Myth. So this could definitely be another multi-hit game for him, starting off well. As that one's grounded to Danny B. He gets it over to first, Lane getting out, and Danny B will take a second out on the infield. So now 2 outs for Myth with that leadoff double. That one gets by Danny B, though, and he'll score the run. Theeks getting an RBI single into center field. As Lim steps up to the plate, looking to keep the rally going. The shortstop has it, sends it over to second, and the third out is recorded. Haka Haka will step to the plate. Always a threat to get to second base when he's at bat. Oops. It'll be Max Miller pitching to him. Haka Haka swinging it from the left side as he does. He hits that into left field, and the left fielder has plenty of time to record the out. As Dom Drozdov is hit, he's, I think, the early favorite for MVP, so no surprise to see him get dinged a couple of times as Danny B hits it weakly for a fielder's choice, third to second. Danny B's going for the stolen base, and he'll make it safe. He's got 40 bases on the year. Love it. Haywood Dinkle still at bat here. He hits that softly. No chance at third, but he'll get the out at first, and that will retire the side. With Jim stepping up, he strikes out. Uni's first of the game. Bringing in Linus Riverboat. He'll strike out, so now they're rolling. Brady steps up to the plate, and he'll take a walk. So strikeout, strikeout, walk to start the second. As there's the third strikeout. Now, no balls put in play that inning, but it's a clean inning for You Need to Calm Down. As that one's hit hard by Brendan McCullum. Oh, but a diving catch. He made the grab. Your left fielder, Theeks, laying out for that one. As Benito Almore hits that to the third baseman, it's over to first. And Lázaro Hernandez Jr. will strike out to retire the side there. Heading into the top of the third, San Bernardino already on their second time around the corner, and Randy Myth, there it is, 2 hits on the game. Lane will come up, and the dive by Haywood Dinkle isn't enough. He doesn't make the catch, so we have runners first and second. No outs for Al Bunty. Al Bunty will strike out. That's a good way to leave the runners right where they are. As Theeks steps up, hits it softly. The pitcher's got it, but not able to make a throw. So bases juiced, just 1 out for the catcher, Gerald Lim. He hits that softly. They go for the out at home, and they get the double play there. I didn't think they had the out at home, but I guess they did. And the double play will get him out of the inning. So almost disastrous, but You Need to Calm Down works the way out of it as Preston is hit by that pitch, takes first base. Bergamot Lemon will step up to the plate as the stolen base is gunned down. Preston out trying to reach second as Lemon resumes his at-bat, hits it softly to the first baseman, but he'll reach, so that's a little infield bloop there. Lemon picks up a hit. Now he'll try and steal the base, and he'll do it successfully. 14 bases in 16 attempts is a good record as Haka Haka hits that one a mile high. Shortstop's got it. So there's 2 outs for Dom Drozdov as he hits that to the shortstop, who flings it over to first for another out, retiring the side. Jim will step in now, designated hitter for the 66ers, and he'll send that right back where it came from, deep into center field, where it's played on a bounce and sent back in, keeping him to a single. Linus Riverboat will get it to first baseman, who throws it over to second. They are able to get the fielder's choice. No real shot at two there, as Brady steps in and hits that to the shortstop, who catches it, leaving that runner stranded at first as Gonzalez takes the second walk of the game from You Need to Calm Down. And they're at their third time around the order. Myth will take a walk, so 2 hits and a walk for Myth. Off to a crazy start to this game as Lane steps in and grounds out. So that'll retire the side. You Need to Calm Down, finding themselves in trouble, but able to pitch around it in every inning except the first. As Danny B takes a walk, and Haywood Dinkle will step in. He's hot. He hits it right to the second baseman. They get one on the fielder's choice. Brendan McCullum will now step up, and he hits that hard. Good sound, and it's gone. So 2-run home run for Brendan McCullum. 393 feet, scoring in Haywood Dinkle there. To put State College up 2-1, their first lead of the game in the bottom of the 4th inning here, as Benito Almore steps up. He'll strike out. Lázaro Hernandez Jr. will step in from the left side. He hits that to the first baseman. He'll take it to the bag himself. And we're headed into the 5th. Need to Calm Down pitches to Bunty, who takes it off the hip there. He'll take first base. Been doing a lot of pitching from the stretch. Maybe that's why Need to Calm Down is finding less success this game than they do typically, as Bunty hits a single that gets the runner all the way to third. Lim steps in. He hits that one high into right field. It'll be caught, but should be good for an RBI. We'll see. Safe, yes. So there is an RBI sac fly for Lim, scoring Bunty. As Jim strikes out, not to be confused with Lim, and Linus Riverboat comes up, hits that one to the third baseman. Looks like the hit and run was on, but the soft hit ends up with an out at first anyway. As Jay Preston will step in. He'll hit it to the second baseman, who gets it back over to first. Lemon steps in. He's hot. He hits it to the shortstop, and he'll reach in plenty of time. Hit it on a couple bounces there, so shortstop not able to make a play as Haka Haka steps up. Hit and run going on there too, and Haka Haka hits it into the gap like he loves to do. It looks like he'll have an RBI double here as Lemon shows off his wheels and scores. State College takes their lead right back. Dom Drozdov stepping in, and he hits that well. Good sound, but it looks like it'll be caught. Haka Haka tagging up, and he'll make it to third. RBI opportunity for Danny B, who takes the walk instead, always patient. Giving Haywood Dinkle an opportunity to come through again. But it looks like it's caught by the shortstop there, retiring the side. Now Brady will step up to the plate. Need to Calm Down, still pitching well, as that's hit right to the third baseman. Haywood Dinkle making the grab there. Gonzalez hits it straight at the center fielder. That's caught. Randy Myth steps up, and he hits it to first. They'll take it to the bag themselves. Another 1-2-3 inning for You Need to Calm Down. As McCullum steps up, and he hits it into the gap. Will he round the base? He will. He's headed for second. Looks like he'll make it easy. A little slide there to show off. And he's in well safe for Benito Almore, who hits it past the shortstop and third baseman. They won't test the arm of the left fielder, though, so runner's on the corner for Lázaro Hernandez Jr., the designated hitter. And he'll strike out, so Jay Preston now with an opportunity to get a run up. He hits it a mile high and deep. This should work as a sac fly as McCullum tags up, slides, and he's safe. So the runner on first for Lemon with 2 outs. He'll take a walk. Runner in scoring position now is Benito Almore as Haka Haka steps in. And that's hit right to the second baseman over to first. Haka Haka grounds out to retire the side, but State College able to put up another run. Matthew Lane steps in, hits it to first. There's the out. Bunty steps in. He was hit last time. He hits it to the shortstop this time. There's an out. As Theeks steps in, and he hits it. A little pop-up on the infield. The first baseman able to make the catch there, bringing in Dom Drozdov. He hits it to the shortstop, hits softly, but they are able to make the play. Danny B will step in. He hits it right back to the pitcher, but it gets by him. And the speed on display there, it's an infield hit. They didn't even risk the throw. Haywood Dinkle now with a runner on first. Danny B will go for the stolen base. Looks like he's well safe. There's 41 on the season. Haywood Dinkle finishes the at-bat now. Hits that up to the right fielder. Danny B not testing the arm. He'll stay right there in scoring position. 2 outs. As Brandon McCullum hits it to the second baseman. Records the out. Getting towards the end here. Top of the 8th. 2 innings to get those 2 runs back. Lim steps up, batting from the right side. against Esteban Rodriguez Jr. He hits it to the center fielder, who catches it. Now Jay Lim is up. He hits it to the second fielder as well, but this one will drop, find some outfield grass. He's on first. Linus Riverboat now stepping in. And that's a wild pitch. Yes, a wild pitch, and the runner is on second. Riverboat now finishing his at-bat. He'll strike out on a pitch slipped inside there. As Brady steps up, and he hits that past the third baseman into left field. They're going to test the arm. The throw looks good, but on a bounce, just not in time. So they'll get one run back. Can they get the second as Gonzalez steps in with the runner on first? He strikes out. So one frame left to get a run. State College will look to earn some insurance here with Benito Alomar hitting almost 300 on the season. And that'll be a hit into the right field corner. He's going for two, and he will be safe. He picks up a double. For Lázaro Hernandez Jr. to try and bat in with no outs, runner on second. He'll hit it to the second baseman. Oh, and an error! Fumble Bumble will score the run as Lázaro Hernandez moves up to second on a costly error. Preston will step up now with a runner in scoring position and still no outs, and that one lands. No, it doesn't. It is caught. Excuse me on that one. As Bergamot Lemon hits one and the center fielder dives, so another caught ball in the outfield. They're hitting it well, but not finding the grass. Haka hits it right to the first baseman. Will take it to the bag. A last chance for the 66ers at the top of their lineup. Myth steps up. It's hit back up the middle. Into center field, it falls. Esteban Rodriguez Jr. still pitching as Myth finds himself on board. Matthew Lane now stepping in. He'll hit it to the shortstop over to second for one, but they won't attempt the double play. Bunty now stepping in, runner on first. He'll take the walk, so runner in scoring position here. The winning run would be in the batter's box, left fielder Theeks, but the shortstop's able to get out there and grab that one. Down to their last out here with Lim. He hits that one high, he hits it well, but the center fielder's running out to grab it, and he does, so that'll end the game. 5-3 State College. Close game, but State College kind of grabbed the win there in the fourth, and despite giving it up in the fifth, they earned it back and then held on to it. We had that 2-for-4 day for McCullum, 2 RBI, 2 runs, 3-for-5 day for Theeks, and of course, Myth with that 3-for-4 game earned a walk and a run. Going down to pitching, Miller will take his 5th loss on the season, 5 innings pitched, 4 runs given up. You need to calm down. We'll take 12th win on the season, 7 innings pitched, 2 runs, just strengthening that player pitcher of the month award as Esteban Rodriguez Jr. does earn the save there, going 2 innings for it. You need to calm down. We'll get player of the game.
And I do want to interject for just a moment, if I may. The only team in the minor leagues that the San Bernardino 66ers are under 500 against is the Swift Steeds, so that continues to be one of the only teams giving them trouble.
I think Swift Steeds given most of the minors trouble, except for maybe the Dynamos, who surprisingly have put up they finished their series for the season and they have split it, an even split.
And that Hepcats win over the Kingpins is the first Kansas City win against Chicago this year.
There you have it. So I'll take us through these box scores really quick. Crabs beating the Aviators 14-3. Going down the batting line, a 4-for-5 day for Stein. Getting 5 RBIs, 3 runs, very impressive. Euriquides Garcia will take his 4th win on the season, 7.1 innings, 3 runs. Funk will take the loss, 4.1 innings, 7 runs. And Philip Stein, with that bat, will get your player of the game. The Vandals and Supernovas. Supernovas will win at home 5-4 with a strong 8th inning lead grab that they were able to hold. A couple of 2-hit games, 2 RBIs, and a hit for Torrent and Bogashu. Going down to pitching, Ripspad, your starter for Vancouver, 7 innings, 3 runs. Buster Nutt, your starter for Sarasota, 5.2 innings, 4 runs, neither getting a decision. Instead, the win will go to Von Alder, 2 innings in relief, 0 runs given up, and Moston will take the loss and the blown save. He gave up 2 earned runs over 1 inning. Ripspad will be your player of the game.
And hey, coming into the sim, we have another first time Sarasota's beat Vancouver this year.
Love to get those upsets in. Stars and Voyagers. Stars getting it done 6-2. Going down our batting line really quick. 4-for-4 day for Fry with 2 runs and just the 1 RBI. That's going to be your standout batter. Blue Line will take his 10th win on the season, 6.2 innings, 2 runs. And McConnell will get his 11th save, 2 innings, no runs. Sivart will take a loss to go down to 7-7. Even his season, 6.2 innings pitched, gave up 6 runs. Brandon Fry will be your player of the game. And of course, he had that 4-for-4 day. Fox's Scorpions. Scorpions winning that one, 6-0. Going down our hits, just 2 hit days, nothing too crazy from the bats. This is Nacho Varga taking his 12th loss on the season, 4.1 innings pitched, 5 runs given up. And Harry Styles will go the complete game shutout for Harry Styles to improve to 12-4, 103 pitches, 7 strikeouts. And of course, he'll be your player of the game there. Sloths Raptors. The Sloths winning 16-6, putting up double digits over the Sloths. I'm sorry, over the Raptors. I knew that was wrong as soon as I said it. 4-for-6 day for Camden. He'll be your standout bat as we go down to pitching. Neither starter able to get it done. Rose going 7, giving up 2 earned, 3 total. Lemieux going 5.2, giving up 5 earned, 6 total. The bullpens, both teams had to reach deep into their bullpens as Paul gets the loss, 4-4 on the year, 1 inning, 1 earned run. And Dugan will get a blown save. 1 inning, gave up 2 runs, 1 earned. So Windsor will come in and take the win there, his 3rd on the year, 1.1 innings. Only giving up a walk and a hit. And Chimp Dizou will be your player of the game. Yep, that one was extras. Wow, I missed the clear thing I should have seen. 10 runs in the 11th inning for the Sloths. So just an absolute blow up in the 11th for the Raptors pitching. They must have batted around and then some there. Would have been an interesting one to see after such a close game. But we will move on. Apex Rougarous. Rougarous taking the win 8-1. This one in 9 innings. Going down our hit column, 3-for-4 day for Brow. 2-for-4 day for Magicomo. Otter taking the loss, 2.2 innings, gave up 6 runs and got the hook. Johnny Dickshot, 7-8 on the season, 7.1 innings pitched, gave up 1. He'll get player of the game. And finally, we have the Demons and the Toros. Demons have been able to get a couple wins this stream, but the Toros will take them out here, 6-2. Hitting a couple 2-hit days, 3 RBIs for Bauer. Galvin, the Detroit pitcher, will take his loss. 5 runs in 4.1 innings, 103 pitches. So they worked him hard over those 4.1. Carsey will take the win. 6.2 innings pitched, 2 runs given up. Dupree with the hold. And Anthony Bauer will be your player of the game. He was 1 for 2 with 3 RBIs, 2 runs, 2 strikeouts. We'll jump back down to finish off the minors, excuse me. We have Dillos and Mounties. The Dillos winning this one, 4-2. Hit column pretty even. Couple of 2-hit days. Bonell, Gravy, Blonde, and McGibbon. Pitching, we had Sims get the win, his 6th on the year, 7 innings pitched, 2 runs given up. And D Arms, that's Dylan Arms, taking the save, 2 innings, no runs. Greer will take a loss, 2-10 on the year, 6.1 innings pitched, only gave up 4. Not a terrible start. Justin Sims, your player of the game there. Wheelers Dynamos. The Wheelers winning 7-5. Going down the hit column, 3-for-4 for Fisher. So it's a good one. 2 RBIs. 3 RBI and 1 hit for Buckley. Couple of 2-hit days on the Dallas side. Buckley scoring those 3 RBIs with a home run versus Cy Gipper. Your guess is as good as mine on that one. El Font going 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, 2 earned. Your starter for Anchorage. For Dallas, you had Farnworth going 4 innings, giving up 4 runs, 3 earned. But the records will go to the bullpen. Johnson taking his 4th loss on the year, 2.1 innings, gave up 2. While Wright takes the hold, his 3rd on the year, 1 inning pitched, 0 runs. And Carlton will take the win and the blown save. 2 innings pitched, 2 runs. Will Fisher, your player of the game. And our last box score will be Kingpin's Hepcats. Hepcats taking the win there, 7-1. If we look at our hits, a 3-for-4 day for Mouse. Couple of 2-hit days. 3-for-3 day for Marksman with a run. 3 RBIs for Dressel. Pitching, we got Gonzalez taking his 4th loss, 5 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 5 total. While Dogwood Maple goes to 7-10 on the year, 6.1 innings pitched. He just gave up the 1 run, and he'll be your player of the game. And that will do it. So we'll move on to the next day, which is our next featured matchup. It's going to be Amarillo at Kingston. And I'll let you take it away.
Yes, indeed. The Armadillos heading to Kingston, and by the Maple Leaf, I'd assume Kingston's in Canada, for the game between the Dillos and the Mounties. A couple of interesting notes here. Coming into the sim, a hot dog sandwich, 1.6 runs over his last 3 starts. That was his average, by the way, in the Twitch chat. Please, is a hot dog a sandwich, or is it just a hot dog? Pete Dawson Jr. coming into the sim, so we'll have to take a look at this if we can during the game. He had 92 hits, so he's getting very close to a 100-hit season. And again, these are all coming into the sim kind of things. Jimbo Slice was doing very well. 12-game hitting streak. So we've got some pretty good hitters here on both sides, really. As you see over on the Kingston side of things, Orion Kirkby is obviously the big one you got to watch out for. 342 on the batting average, an OPS of 937. Wanted to highlight him and get that done. And on the other side, a stream debut for right fielder Jerry Rice. So, hey, welcome, Jerry Rice. Let's hope you make a good contribution to the PBE, and let's get it rolling. And it is Mazeroski taking it down, a 5.36 ERA and 94 innings pitched, 113 hits given up, 60 Ks, and he gets a line out right back to it, and bouncer to short for the second out. That was Winters who grounded. Here's Johns. The 1-1 is slapped on to third. Going up first for the out. So Dawson leads off the inning for the Mounties, and he got the last out of the inning for him in the top half. And here is Hot Dog. He delivers his first pitch, and that is bounced over to third. Good play from Poutine to get Dawson. Now here's Jimbo Slice. In 313 this year, and he will improve that going into left field. And that's a runner on first for Kingston. Now Kirkby, the big bat in this Mountie lineup, slams one right back to the same place in left center field. And it is first and second, only one away here in the first for Gravy. The 1-0 is pushed out into left field. Runners get back. This is going to be a pop out, or fly out rather. 2 outs, the 1-1 to Blonde is blasted into right, but that is caught. So Mazeroski faces King, who strikes out looking. Here's Bonell, the 2-1. He flies out into left. Easy play for Kirkby, and he makes it. Bubbles, first pitch to him is scorched back up the middle. That's a base hit. Here comes Loette Joe to face Mazeroski. Full count, 3-2. Runners were off. Didn't matter. Shortstop makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the second. Still 0-0. It is Kennedy to lead things off. 2-2 from Sandwich is bounced to short on to first. Got him with the out 6-1. Here's McGibbon. This is into center. This is going to bounce off the wall. That's at least a double, and he is going to slide into second safe. Stretches that one out for Stretch McGibbon. Gelati is going to try and get home that runner in scoring position, although he won't do it. That's a strikeout. 3-run to Lewis. He walks. Here's Pete Dawson. The 1-0. Dawson powers this into center. What a diving catch to save the inning. Jimbo Slice is not the person you want to see up for the Dillos with runners on, and they don't see him. Mazeroski is going to get a fly out from Armstrong to the second baseman. And here's Jerry Rice back up the middle. Hey, there's a base hit. That's on to first. 2-2 to Poutine. His second at-bat is going to produce 2 outs. That is a bounce out. And we head to the bottom of the third. Big Jimbo Slice. He's going to power this thing into the right side of center field. That is a double. Now here comes Kirkby with a runner in scoring position. Nobody's capitalized yet. The 2-1 is lofted off into center, and that's an easy catch out there for Bonnell. Chili Gravy powers this through into the gap. This is not going to score a run. They're going to hold Jimbo at third, probably because there's only one out. The 3-2 coming to Blonde. He's going to walk. Big situation for the hot dog sandwich. He's in a bit of a pickle if you like those on your hot dogs. Kennedy's going to strike out. JFK goes down. And here comes McGibbon. And yes, I realize what I just said. McGibbon first pitch to him. Bouncer to third. The hot dog gets out of the pickle. And it is still nothing. Quarter of the way through this ballgame, or a third of the way, rather, if I can count. Mazeroski gives up a hit to lead off the inning. Here's the 1-1 coming. Mazeroski is not going to like that result. He should have had a tailor-made double play, but an error on the catch at short. And now the 1-0 from King is driven into left. We're going to have our first run, or maybe runs of the ballgame, folks. Runner from third goes to the plate. He is safe. 2-0 Armadillos. And now Bonnell's going to try and keep things going. The 3-run, he's going to walk. And here comes Bubbles. The 2-1 from Bubbles. That is hit into center. And the runner's going to move to third. That was King over there. And now here's Loette Joe. Bouncer is short. They're going to get the run. And they're not even going to get the out. Trade the run for the out. Doesn't work. It's 3-0, and they're still rocking and rolling. The 1-0 to Armstrong is into center. And that is a fly out. So first and second, 2 away for Rice, who's already got 1 hit in the ball game. This is a bouncer to short. No error there. 3 runs in the inning on 3 hits. Couple of walks. Dillos lead 3-0 as Gelati comes up and strikes out. Sandwich trying to get things back under control. Here's Lewis. He bounces to second. Throw to first. And now with 2 away, the 0-1 to Dawson, third, first. There you go. A really simple and quick and plain inning for the hot dog. Poutine, bouncer to first as Mazeroski starts out his 5th inning. Winters, this is a deep fly into center field, and that's an out. Johns is going to walk on a full count. So 2 outs, another full count we see. This is bounced in. It just gets by the second baseman. Gelati couldn't quite get there. Johns takes advantage of it going into the outfield. First and third, but that is not going to do it, so no extra damage done. Sandwich pitches. The 1-2 to Slice, and he got him. Here is Kirkby, the 0-0. And that is an out for Kirkby, so he's not had that great of a game. Chili Gravy's going to extend the inning, though, with a walk. Blonde is up to face the Sandwich. The 1-1. And Blonde bounced to second, over to first for the out. Amarillo, up. 3-0. Mazeroski still out there to start the 6th, and Bubbles a long fly out to short. Loette Joe bounces out to Dawson at third, and here's Armstrong. With a 3-2, this is an easy fly ball into left field for Kirkby, who gets the put out. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Mounties need him out to come back soon. If they're going to get one, JFK flies out into right. McGibbon is going to pop this one up just outside of the infield for the shortstop to make the catch. Hot Dog is putting on one heck of a performance. Gelati bounced to short to third. Got him. It is 3-0 as we move into the 7th. Boo Boo Chungus, your new pitcher. So Mazeroski gives up 3 runs, 2 earned if I can speak English. And Chungus is already at 2 outs by the time I'm done babbling nonsense. Here's another 2-2. This is the Cedric Winters. This is a bounce to short, and this is an out at first base. Stretch time, folks. Get up and get out of your seats. And here's the 0-1. And speaking of getting out of your seats, Torque Lewis gets all the home Mounties fans out of theirs. That is a bomb into right center field. His 4th on the year. Unless that updated beforehand.
Stretching.
Mm-hmm. If they weren't standing before, they are now. Here's the 2-2 to Dawson. This is, right back at the pitcher. Hot Dog Sandwich snags that one. Here's Jimbo looking for a slice of the ball, and he slices it off Oppo to right for the out. Kirkby. This is powered into left field. Is it gone? Yes, it is. So Sandwich might have been left in a little bit too long, as now Kirkby goes deep. And that is 2 runs in the inning for the Mounties. Here is Chili Gravy, the 0-0. And it's a bounce to second, over to first for the out. 3-2. The Dillos are beating the Mounties right now, but it's getting close. Here's the 1-1 to Noah Johns. That is spliced through between first and second, as Chungus gives up his first hit today. Now here's King. Bounce to short to second to first. So Johns not only won't score, that's a double off. And Bono strikes out. So Chungus is trying to lock it down for the Mounties. Let's see if his offense can finish the job. Toot Blonde in to center field. His first hit of the day in 3 tries. Now here's JFK. He's 0 for 3 today, and he's going to strike out again. Stretch McGibbon already got 1 hit. Can't put it through this time, but they're only going to get 1 of the fielder's choice. So the 8th is still alive. Gelati, this is splashed into left field. That's going to make it first and second 2 away, and it's going to be up to Lewis. He homered his last at-bat, the 2-0 to first. Unfortunately, only a bounce out. We go to the 9th. 1-run lead for Amarillo. It is Black, their closer, who's going to come in down 1, try and just seal it out. Make sure that it's only a 1-run lead. Bubbles flies out. And then a walk from Loette Joe. And now here's Louis Armstrong, who's 0 for 3 today. This is into right center. This is trouble, and it's gone. Closer in an unsafe situation gives up a 2-run bomb, and now you go from a 1-run game to a 3-run game, and you've used your closer now. If he throws too many pitches, he might not be able to go tomorrow. The 2-1. Rice back to the mound, so Black will come back. Let's see if he can get the OT strikeout on Poutine. Yes, he can. Mounties need 3 in the 9th. Let's see if they can mount the comeback. The 1-2 to Dawson to start the 9th. Got him, Justin Dixon, starting his 2nd inning of work. Jimbo Slice. 1-1 to him. This is Slice between short and third. And there's a runner on first for Kirkby. This is the part of the lineup that Kingston ideally wanted up for this inning. 2-2. Kirkby strikes out. 1 more out to go for Justin Dixon. The 1-2 to Gravy. This is into center. Not going to be caught. Just keeping the ball in front of him. Don't want to do anything ridiculous and give up some runs. 3-2 to Blonde. Now he walks. Now here is Kennedy. All will be forgotten about the 0 for 4 if he can reach here. Blooper towards first, but it is caught. That ball game is over, folks. Mounties fans are not going home happy out of the stands today, as Amarillo wins 5-2. The 2 insurance one sure did help those nerves in the 9th inning. Slice, though, had a good day for Kingston. He was 3 for 5. We, of course, had the Lewis and Kirkby home runs. And Loette Joe... Yes, Loette Joe had a ribby. I was reading the wrong column again, but that saved me. King also had 2 RBIs. Sandwich, 7 innings, 2 earned. Nice start. Mazeroski, 6 innings, 2 earned. Also a nice start. Dixon gets your save. Let's see who was the player of the game. It was Hot Dog Sandwich. And as we go through, are we going to go through the minors first? Or were there major league games today? Okay. Swift College... State College, Swift Seeds, try saying that 10 times fast, 7-6 win over San Bernardino. That was Drozdov's 2-bomb day, 3-run homer and a solo homer. That helped things there. On the San Bernardino side, it was Lane who had 3 hits. Lim had 3 hits as well, 2 ribby day from Riverboat. But hey, Drozdov, 375, 26 homers already. Have some more. Good day for him from State College. Tam, 2 1/3, 5 earned. So, bad one from the starter, but Delpho should get some credit for that 3 1/3 innings of work and no earned run performance. Bojangle, that's another cool name. He gets the win. Daly got the start. 5 1/3, 4 earned. It was Shu with the loss. 1 inning, 2 earned. Dom Drostov, player of the game. Who else would it have been? As we go to Game 3, we're going to do Anchorage and Dallas. And the Wheelers shut down the Dynamos. Oh, man, good Dallas offense getting shut down. Although they did have 6 hits on the day, the Anchorage side of things, 3 ribbies from Joe Burrow, 2 from Singer. And yeah, no RBIs on the Dallas side, like we said. Spencer, though, did have a couple of hits. Let's head down to the pitching. Pitching-wise, pressing 9 innings, CGSO. Mark that up in your box scores. McDonald got the loss. Only a third of an inning and 2 earned. And 9 pitches. That's an awful quick hook from Dallas. Could have been an opener, perhaps.
So
he does get the loss.
If we look down, we'll see Sailor Twift and Flame McDonald were ejected in the first inning for igniting a bench-clearing brawl. So that explains the quick hook there.
I didn't know you could have benches clearing brawls in Out of the Park.
Oh, yeah, you can. Anyway, sorry.
I've never seen one. Troy Pressing got the win. Wow. Yeah, I was wondering why. In all my 2,100 hours of this game, I've never seen that. Player of the game, Pressing, like I said. All right, let's go to the last minor league game of the day. It is the Hepcats of Kansas City against the Kingpins of Chicago. It is 4-2 the final score. Kansas City-wise, Hodge with 2 ribbies out of the 3-hole, and Anderson out of the 4-hole, with 1 RBI. Dressel got a ribby as well. Dodge and Anderson with your 2-hit days. On the Chicago side, a couple of multi-hit days at the top of the lineup from Mouse, Ruiz, and Roach. Now let's go down to the pitching. And it is Michael Dion with the win. Hey, that's me. 5 2/3 innings and 1 earned. LaRue with the hold and MacArthur with the save. Please hold anything but the ketchup on my hot dog. It is Wohler, 8 9 on the year now. 7 innings, 4 earned. A good start by all means. And Esquites had a shutdown inning out of the bullpen. And Michael Dion got the player of the game. You'll never hear that statement in real life.
Hey, congratulations.
As we go up now to the bigs, we got 3 games on the docket. First, Death Valley keeps on rolling. You feel bad for the airline ticket cost from Kashima. Oh boy. And Death Valley, Love has 3 RBIs. First name, last name has 3 RBIs. Aram and Cologne have 3 RBIs. As Death Valley just continues to hit at a ridiculous rate. Ballard, 3 ribbies as well. Let's head down to the pitching. There it is, Barker. He started 5 1/3, 6 earned. It is Lemon who got the win. Collins with the hold. Lasova got the loss in a blown save in the 6th inning. Willie Colon is your player of the game. Game number 2 on the slate. Rougarous and the Apex. I'm never going to get tired of saying that. 8-5 because of 5 runs in the 8th from the Rougarous. Geronimo, a 1-run scoring double and a 2-run triple. Cook, a run scoring single as well. Pleasance did not have a good 8th inning pitching, but we'll see that in a minute. Dover, 3 hits, 4 RBIs for Indy, and 3 hits, 1 RBI for DiStefano, and Wash, 2 hits and 3 ribbies as well. Now down to the pitching. Tokoyami, 6 innings, 3 earned. Good start, quality start, while Pleasance got the loss. Blown save. 1 inning pitched and 5 earned. McDougal, 6 innings pitched, 4 earned. But it was Tato that got the win, and Nigin that got the save. And Ben Dover is your player of the game. And Outer Banks and Providence. Providence takes the win. 6-4. And they won big time in the hits column too. For Providence, it came from Chiggins and Latoris, Dowd, and Kuntz. Outer Banks, nobody had a multi-hit game, but we did have a couple of RBIs sprinkled around from Bergen, Kanan, Shu, and Long, and Espo. On the Providence side, Kuramochi, 6-7, now on the year, 6 2/3, 3 earned. Outer Banks, Jackson, 4 1/3, 6 earned. Player of the game is John Dowd, which I believe was the Barry Bonds name in MVP Baseball 2005. So whoever came up with that name, I applaud you greatly.
As we head into our off day here, we have a fan question from Beaver. He says, ask the booth, what's your favorite Taylor Swift song? I gotta go with Shake It Off. Do you have strong feelings?
Probably towards Bad Blood, I believe. I think I'd go that route.
It's hard to go wrong with any Taylor Swift song. As a Swiftie, you kind of have to like them no matter what.
Yeah.
And now that we are into September 1st, we wanted to take a brief moment to look at our standings. We'll start with the minors because it is Minors Thursday as we kind of head into our final month, full month anyway, of regular season games. We wanted to let you guys just take a little peek at where things sit. San Bernardino and the Hepcats are really just neck and neck. One game separating the two teams as they both fight for the West Division pennant. The East Division, things have really kind of separated quite a bit more. The Kingpins 12 games back on the Swift Steeds. They would have to really screw things up to lose much ground here in September. Looking at the wild card, I think we'd have the Hepcats and the Kingpins taking those slots, although again the Dynamos are just one game back of them, and the Wheelers are 2 games back of them, and the Dillos are 3 games back of them. So not much is decided here. Seems the Mounties would have to have a crazy hot month to get into the postseason, and the Swifties would have to really go cold. But other than that, I mean, every team looks to be in play here.
Yes, in the wild card race in the minors here, pretty much everybody's a full go except for Kingston. But really close race, and in that East division, unless the manager of the Swift Steeds is Dan Quinn, I don't think they can pull that lead.
We'll head up to the majors now. Look at your standings here. Toros have a 8.5 game lead over the Voyagers, who are another 8.5 just about over the Rougarous. Looking into the West, the Scorpions are 9 games up on the Sloths, who are again, about 7.5, 8 games up on the Stars. So if we look down to our wild card standings, the Sloths are 12 games up on the next team. So the majors seem to be a little bit more decided here. Death Valley having a clear advantage, as well as the Toros, and the Sloths look to favor in, while the Stars are only 3.5 games up, as well as the Voyagers only 2 games up, and the Raptors just kind of sneaking in there. Vandals only 1 game out of postseason contention, and the Rougarous 6.5, the Aviators 8. So a tough road for those two teams, but certainly not impossible. A few teams are pretty much out of the mix at this point. Detroit, the Crabs, Apex, Supernovas, and Foxes at this point, mostly vying for draft picks, as the majors seem to be a little more set in stone. But these last 3 wild card slots really still in play. And that'll end our off day. We just wanted to give you guys a chance to check out the standings. Like I said, as we head into our last month, we have another featured match tomorrow. And old Mike Dion here is elected to do 2 in a row. So we will finish the day up, and I will get you back over to him for our featured matchup, which is Anchorage and Dallas. If I can remember how this game works. Scores, that's what I want.
So the Wheelers and the Dynamos get going today. It is King George III with the start, the left-hander for Anchorage, and it is Colin Lassie, 1-6 on the year, gets the start for Dallas. Both guys age 19, so really young pitchers, and both do not have good ERAs against the other team that they are facing today. I want to go over some interesting stats from the stats team here. There have been some problems. Dallas, the worst in every pitching stat except for K's. Anchorage, worst in every batting stat except for bombs, which they're 7th in. So one can't pitch, one can't hit, one can pitch, one can hit. So we'll see what's better in this game, pitching or hitting. And a cardboard cutout of Derek Jeter coming into this sim had a 9-game hitting streak. He's hitting 268 right now. Best hitter in the lineup for the Anchorage this year, the Wheelers, has been Sailor Twift, who's got the wheels going. 316 is his batting average, OPS of 836. And the highlighted hitter today for the Dynamos at Dallas is, well, it's really your top four. Avon, Tsunami, Spencer, and Pluto. Everybody's hitting over 320, and everybody's OPS is over 833. So it should be an interesting one as we get a bunch of righties to face a lefty and a bunch of lefties, or half lefties anyway, to face a righty. Let's go to the game. From Dallas, Texas. Anchorage could have some jet lag problems going down to Dallas. And Colin Lassie steps to the mound, and he will walk the first guy he sees. Lassie, a 10.47 ERA in 65 and a third innings pitched. He will get his first down here of the ball game with a runner on first. Sailor Twift. Oh, that's missed at second base. Thought he had it. It's first and second for Joe Burrow, who strikes out. And here is Buckley. The 0-0 to Buckley. Bounce to third. Throw to first. Got him out. So Lassie gets through the first inning clean. Let's see what Avon, Tsunami, and Spencer can do. Now, if any of these Dynamos get on, the top three, all base stealing threats. You don't want to let them in. That's what George will do. He will let Vincent Avon on. Here's the lefty Tsunami to face the lefty George, and hit and run is on, and that means Avon's going to get to third. Tsunami at first. Spencer, the 1-2 to him. This is put on into right center field. That is going to score the run from third, however. It is 1-0 Dallas. Up next is the catcher Pluto to face King George III. And meanwhile, we've got a stolen second base from Spencer, from Johnny Tsunami. That is his 52nd. And Pluto will go down swinging. The 2-1 now to Vincente Fox. George himself had to come over and get that one, and it's thrown over. One run in the first for Dallas. It's 1-0. And here comes the 1-2, the first Anchorage hitter of the inning, Jackson Anatoli. And Colin Lassie gets first down. Here's the 3-1 to Paquin. And that is a walk. So now Singer will get to come up. The runner on first. Here's the 1-0 to him. Bouncer to second. Over to short. On to first. 4-6-3 double play. Ends the inning. Bottom of the second we go. Parmley, Edwards, and Bloomfield due up. And here comes Parmley. The 2-0 to him. This is Smoke back up the middle for a base hit. Here comes Edwards, hitting .278 this year to face George. And the righty gets another hit off of George. It's starting to look like it could be a rough outing in the hit column anyway. Maybe he can keep the runs down. Here's the 1-2 to Bloomfield. Got him, strike three. Sit down, sir. And Joel Drake, the 1-2. This is, nice diving stop at first. Thought that was getting through, but he couldn't get the out. That was so close. And now it's Avon with the bases loaded. Nothing to count. And the score is not 1-0 anymore. In fact, it's 3-0. A 2 RBI single. And now Tsunami's going to come up. The 0-1 to him. This is driven into right. It's just a fly out. So we will get to 2 outs in the inning for George. The 3-2 bounce to second, on to first. So not as bad. It is 2 runs, but it's not as much damage as could have been done. 3-0 Dallas. Anchorage probably wants to get on the board here early, and Finelli is going to walk on down to first base. That's 3 for Lassie this game. The 2-1 of Derek Jeter, and not Derek Jeter-like. He grounds into a double play. Here's the 0-2 to Fisher. He's gone. So Lassie's keeping it calm through 3 innings. He's only given up 1 hit. See if Dallas can score again for the 3rd inning in a row. And here comes Pluto. Bouncer to third. Fielded and thrown out by Antoli. On the out-of-town scoreboard, you can see the 66ers were leading 4-2. And the Kingpins are tied with the Hepcats. And there must have been an error at first. I didn't think he reached. Interesting. Missed me on the eyes there. Sorry about that, folks. Bases are loaded now against George again. Here is Edwards, the 1-0. Edwards bounced to short, not going to get the out at home or at second. They're only going to get one, can't get two. It's 4-0. First pitch to Bloomfield. This is a gapper. This is going to do some damage. That is going to be 2 runs on a double, and King George is starting to get roughed up. 6-0. And there's only 7 outs in this game for Anchorage. The first pitch is a bounce out. That'll help things out. Here's Avon, the 0-0. Bouncer to third to first. So at least the last 2 outs came quick. Here is Sailor Twift, who gets plunked on an 0-2 from Lassie. The 0-1 from Burrow is into center, and hey, that's going to bounce down right in front. Oh, and we're going to have the runner try and take third, and Sailor Twift is going to get there. So first and third, the 0-0 count is first back to the pitcher. And that's going to be a run, though, for Anchorage. But hey, trade the out for the run. You're up now just 5. This is a double into left center field. They're going to get the lead down to 4 with 1 out in the inning. That was Antonelli. I think I've been saying that wrong this whole time. Who had the double there. Paquin strikes out. Here comes Singer to face Lassie. The 3-2. That is a walk from Singer. Here is Finelli, who is red hot. He strikes out, though. Oh, no. But, hey, 2 innings, that'll pull it back a little bit. Out-of-town scoreboard again. Kingston, as you can see, up big in the 4th, 10-1. Johnny Tsunami, bouncer to second. With that speed, can he get there? No, he cannot. Here comes Spencer, the 0-1 to him. Bouncer, pitcher, first baseman. Little pitch and catch from the King and the Buckley. And now Pluto's going to ground out. So finally, a clean inning for Anchorage. That's a good sign. Well, if you're a Wheelers fan anyway, here's Lassie, who gives up a single into right to Jeter. Or a cutout of Derek Jeter. Fisher, this one is blasted into left. Absolutely smoked off the wall. This is going to be second and third. No, they're going to send it for a triple and a run. Wow. An RBI triple off a gapper off the wall. A bouncer from Twift is going to get the runner home from third. They'll take the out and just give up the run. The 3-2 to Burrow. This is another base hit. Now things are starting to get worrisome. Lassie's done. He's out of the game. Tay Heaney is in now. And this is hit high and deep into center. Caught. So no damage done by Buckley and Tonelli. And, pick off over to first. That's why the out came there. A base running error. That's not good, but it is good. They've scored 2 in the last 2. Now if the pitching can just lock things down, they can maybe get back into the ball game. George gets a bounce out from Vincente Fox. Tustin Parmley. The 1-2 he faces. Strike 3. The King racks one up. He's got 3 on the day. Edwards, this is into left center. Drifting over is Fisher. And he's got it. All right, now here comes Anchorage. Antonelli, he gets back up and puts one in through between second and short. He's got a single. Tahini trying to hold on. Third, first, not going to get the out there. This is long one into left and a diving grab. That is from Vincente Fox. Said one-handed up in the play-by-play up there. This is a pass ball, and that will be a safe runner at first base. You never know with out of the park sometimes. But Max Steele comes in, gets Derek Jeter out. A cardboard cutout of him anyway. And that ends the inning. Bloomfield is going to strike out looking to Guy Carlton, the new pitcher in the game. So King George had 6 earned today. Joel Drake strikes out. Carlton back-to-back Ks. Here's a 2-2 again to Avon, but this is going to be a base hit. Off into right field. So now Avon's on. This is a stealing threat. Oh boy. Here comes the robbery, and it is safe. Second base. You know, with all those steals of second base, you'd think they need to make a lot of new bases. For Dynamo's games, I wonder if they get charged. Tsunami strikes out. End of the 6th. 6-4. The 0-1 coming. Sandy Johnson is your new pitcher, and Will Fisher into center. That is a double. And here's Sailor Twift. He's 1 for 2 today. Or she, whatever. And that is a bobble the ball at third. Here's the 1-1 now to Joe Burrow. who flies out to center. Huge arm on the center fielder, just could not get there. Tsunami needed a rogue throw to get that out, and he couldn't. It's 6-5 as Anchorage crawls back into this game. Ryan Buckley flies out to right. A runner on in the 7th. Antonelli, and that is a pickoff that doesn't work this time. They tried this the last time Antonelli was up. That one went into the seats, so we got an extra base there, and that might come back to bite him. Throw in from left is not in time, so the pickoff means the run scores. Oh no! And now it's a tied ball game with Paquin up. Grounder deep short. They get the runner at second. And here we go, bottom of the 7th. The 3-run to Spencer. He's on. Big stolen base at 46 this year. With Pluto up, maybe the hit and run's in play. They pitch out. Still can't get Spencer. Carlton struck out 3 in the 6th. He's not going to strike that one out. He's going to get a fly out. His first non-K of the day. Here's the 1-1. This is bounced by Vicente to first. Late on the exchange, I don't know what happened between the first baseman and the pitcher. Here's the 1-2 to Parmley. He strikes out. Now Bolins is in the game. They bring in the lefty, but to face a bunch of righties. You wonder the manager logic here, although he does get Edwards out. So now in the 8th, they can take the lead. Although Matt Singer strikes out, he's singing the blues. He's 0 for 3. Here is Finelli to face Sandy Johnson, who will, I assume, fly out. Yes, he does. And here's a cardboard cutout to Derek Jeter, who pops out to the shortstop. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We are still tied. Here is Bloomfield from Bolins. Bouncer to third, over to first. Get him out. Here's Joel Drake now. He strikes out. He's 1 for 4 on the day. Now here comes that deadly top of the lineup. Here is Avon. He's 3 for 4. And this is a high fly into right. Turns into a lazy one. A good catch for Paquin. Fisher, Twift, Burrow. They're up in the 9th. Here's the 1-1 to Fisher, and he gets his 3rd hit of the ball game. He might be MVP if they wind up winning this one. Werner on first against Johnson. Here comes Boats and Gripper. And Twift into center. This is back. It bounces down in front of the center fielder. They do not send the runner from third, so it is 2nd and 3rd. No one scored yet. And here's Burrow, the 1-2 to Burrow. This is deep into the right field corner. That is going to be 2 runs on a double. And the Dynamos have unraveled like a mummy after the Halloween party. And now Buckley, 3-2, trying to do more damage. This is into center. Burrow not going to tag up, not going to risk anything. And that is barreled into left field. Antonelli. That's his 4th hit of the day, and it's 9-6. Here comes Paquin. The 1-2 to him. Finally, King Ripper got it out. Unfortunate day for him. The 1-0 to Singer. This is belted between second and short. Here comes the runner to the plate. A 4-run 9th inning. 10-6. Oh my. The 0-2. Finelli's out. Tsunami, Spencer, Pluto, Fox, Parmley. Everybody's going to have to come to bat for Dallas in the 9th if they're going to win the ball game. Johnny Tsunami, the 3-2. And he's going to walk on down to first. See if he takes the walk on down to second, too. Here's the 2-1. They're not going to run him, and that's going to pay off in a negative way. That's a double out. Last one. Pluto to second. And that's your ball game, folks. 10-6. Anchorage claws it back with 2 runs in 3 different innings and 4 in the 9th. That is their 5th straight win. Now they have the same record as the Dynamos. Burrow, 3 RBIs. Antonelli, 3 RBIs today. Bloomfield and Avon, 2 ribbies for Dallas. We'll quickly scan the pitching. King George, really rough at the start through the first 3 innings, but he did fine once you got past that. 5 innings, 5 earned. Lassie, meanwhile, had one of his better starts. 4 innings, 3 earned. That would be lower than his current ERA going into the game. Johnson with the loss. Just a poor 9th inning there right at the end. Maybe got left in a little bit too long. Jackson Antonelli, your deserving player of the game.
And I'll take the rest of the box scores today, try and give you a little break. Going into the Dillos Mounties game. The Mounties are winning 14-6. Strong performance there with 18 hits. He had 3 for 3 day for Dawson. 3 for 5 day for Dawson, 3 for 5 day for Kirby, 3 for 5 day for Gravy. Could go on, I feel like, with the Kingston batting lineup, but we'll move down to pitching. Takahashi taking the win, 6-7 on the season, 5.2 innings pitched, 4 runs. Morgan getting the loss, 1.1 inning pitched, gave up 8, 7 earned. Stevens will get the save, and Orion Kirkby will be your player of the game. He went 3 for 5, 2 runs, 3 RBIs. Next up, we got 66ers and the Swifsteeds. The 66ers able to ride out a strong third and fourth innings to get it done over the Swifsteeds. Going over our hit column here, a 3 for 3 day for Al Bunty is my standout there. A 3 for 4 day for Lim. A couple of 2-8 days for the Swifties, but not enough to get it done. Kyle Bellinger Jr. will get his 10th win on the year. He went 8.1 innings, gave up 3 runs. Ratatouille will take his 7th loss on the season, going 2.2 innings and giving up 6. Your player of the game is going to be Al Bunty. Kingpins Hepcats. Hepcats taking the win 10-4. If we look at our batting lineups here, there's a 3 for 4 day for Justice. He'll be our standout batter. We'll go down to pitching. I think that's Ivy Leaf. Yep, Ivy Leaf going 3.2 innings, giving up 6 runs. Hammersmith will take the win for Kansas City, 5.2 innings pitched, only 2 runs given up. And Tex Justice will be your player of the game.
I really hope Ivy Leaf being on Chicago was intentional.
Yes, indeed. I'm not sure if they have the Ivy Leafs on their outfield wall, but let's hope they do. We'll check up on the minors. Not too many games to get through here. Toros Supernovas. Supernovas winning 4-2 over the Toros. Going down our batting lineup. Couple one-hit days for Cancun. I think the two RBIs for Kane there might be the strongest batting performances. Nobody was really able to get a read on the opposing pitcher. Cancun's striker spin rate getting a 7th loss on the year, 6 innings pitched, 4 runs given up, while McQuack will take his 4th win on the year, 8 innings pitched, only 1 run given up. I have to imagine that's one of his better pitching performances of the year with a 6.2 ERA, and he'll get player of the game for it. Rougarous Voyagers. The Voyagers are taking the win here to improve to 44, 10-2. Going down our batting line, 2-hit day for Geronimo. 3 for 4 will be our strike. Steve Gonzalez will be my standout batter. 5 RBIs. Doesn't get much better than that. Real player of the game material there. We'll scroll down to the pitching to see if they can upset him. Fairborn, with his 10th win on the season, went 7 innings, only gave up 1. Nakamura, going 4.2 innings, gave up 5 earned, 6 total. But Steve Gonzalez will take player of the game on this one. Those 5 RBIs. Stars Scorpions. Close game here. Stars winning 2-1, 5-6 hits. Not too much going on for the bats. Meredith going 2 for 4, as well as Springfield 2 for 4. They'll be our standout batters. Johnson, he gets the win. 7.2 innings, only gave up 1 run. Really strong performance to earn the win. While Green, he only gave up 2 over 7, so he had a strong performance as well. Just not good enough in this instance as Tyler Johnson takes player of the game. And our final game of the day, Fox's Sloths. The Sloths are winning 8-4 with 16 hits to 8 hits. We'll go down the line. A couple of 3-hit days, McDonald and Wilson. Over here we have Valor going through for 3 RBIs, 2 for 4. We had 3 for 3 for Wilson, 3 for 4 for McDonald, 3 for 5 for Camden. Pitching, Vasala will take the loss for the Foxes. 8 runs given up over 4 innings. Flowers will take the win for San Antonio. 8 innings pitched, gave up 4. And Flowers will be your player of the game. With that, we will finish the day. Moving on to our next featured matchup here. The 4th of the day. We've got Chicago taking on Kansas City. Let me know if you still want to do this one.
Nope. I am ready and raring to go. I got some water back in my system. I'm good. Leo Robert and Dogwood Maple. That dog of mine. 7 and 10 for Dogwood with a 555, although, as with every Hepcat pitcher, the defense has been exceptionally poor. They have the second lowest zone rating in the MILBPE, so take the ERAs with just a bit of a grain of salt here. Leo Robert, a 5.14 ERA on the other side, and Dogwood 1-0 with a 142 versus Chicago. He got that first win of the year against them. Let's look at the hitting for the Kingpins. Julio Ruiz and Keith Lee, two very good hitters, 331 and 341 respectively. Although Zach Moose, this is going to be the one they're going to want to watch out for today. He's 3 for 3 lifetime against Maple, and he's hitting 307 this year, so he could certainly be a dangerous hitter. And if you believe out of the park, by overall, he's the best one. Hepcat's side of things, Simba Thrallers has been pretty good. 292 on the average there. Although Elliot Anderson, he has been cold, but he's hitting 338 this year. So as a whole, with a bigger sample size, he's been a pretty good hitter. He's been their best power hitter and average hitter. And if you look at some of the notes, Dogwood coming into today needed 1 strikeout to get to 75 Ks. Got it. Dylan Hodge, a 2-time All-Star for the Hepcats, needed 2 bombs to reach 25 in his career. I think he got 1 of those. And this is an interesting one. Hopefully we have no benches clearing brawls, but Leo Robert has plunked 8 dudes this year coming into the sim. That is the second most to this point in the season. It is quite interesting. So let's see if we get any hit batters today. Let's go to Charlie Parker Memorial Stadium and let's get you Kansas City and Chicago. A regional battle as the righty Maple sees the righty Robert.
Before we hop all the way in, I just raised my volume. I've heard there's been some issues hearing me, so let me know how this sounds or if I need to try and raise it even more, although I'm not sure how much higher OBS will let me go. Just tell me how I sound in the stream when you can. I'm going to go ahead and click start and you can take us away.
All right, and take you away I will to Kansas City. Is this Missouri or Kansas? That is the question. So Dogwood Maple will face Zach Mouse, and Mouse will ground out. He will start the game quiet as a mouse. Here's the 0-2 Ruiz. Bouncer to short. Just knocked it down, prevented it from getting into the outfield. So here's the runner-up first. For the limitless Keith Lee, this is a fly ball into right center field, and it is gone. 2-0 right away for Chicago. Dogwood Maple gives up a bomb after only 3 pitches. Oh no. And Roach is going to come up next, the power hitting first baseman. 10 bombs in the year and 257 average. The 1-0 to him. Spliced off to third. Easy play to first. Here's the 1-2 from Maple. Lazy fly ball towards second. And that is it for that one. A very quick first inning, although we did have a home run. It only took Dogwood 9 pitches to face 5 batters. Hey, that's interesting. Here's the 0-0 to Thrallers. Bouncer. Second baseman's got to come in on it quickly. He just cannot get there. And here comes JoJo. Oh, Thrallers is going to steal second. He's safe. Leo Robert, the 0-1. This is to short. They're going to get him at first? Yes, they will. Here's Dylan Hodge, 2-time All-Star, and he gets plunked. Hey, there's the 9th plunked batter. What in the world? Hodge has been hit 5 times this year now. Jeez Louise. Here's a double steal. Hepcat's getting creative with Elliot Anderson at the plate. Here's the 1-0. Anderson, fly ball, infield. 2 outs for Justice. Will he deliver the hammer of justice, or will he deliver it to Chicago? And he will. And has to fly out into center. So they get runners on second and third off a double steal, but they can't get either one of them. It's 2-0. Here is the 1-2. Maple gets the K. He gets itch. He had to scratch it. And now it is another Chungus coming up at third base. This is big Chungus. And Maple bounces to second, over to first, and they got him. Here's the 0-1 to Nicolo Di Cesar. And Dogwood Maple gets it out of the second. Now, this one was clean. We'll see if the Hepcats can do anything more in the second. All right, it's Washington, Dressel, and then Marksman. And Washington bounces out. Now here's Dressel, the 3-2. He's gone. Struck him out. Here is Marksman out of the 8-hole. He will face it with 2 outs. Facing Robert, he lines out into right field. So Robert, a subdued second for both pitchers, really. We go to the third. The 0-2 from Dogwood Maple to Alex Frank, and he is going to fly out into left field. A nice catch from Washington. Here's the 3-2 to Mouse, and he is going to walk. 14 stolen bases, only one of 3 dudes on this team with stolen bases, and another walk from Dogwood sees Ruiz head to second, a dangerous situation. Need a double play real bad. They're not going to get one. This is down in front of the right fielder. Cannon of an arm, can't get there in time. 3-0. The 0-0. Now Roach takes this into left center field, and that ball is gone. 437 feet. Ta-ta, toodaloo, bye-bye. And this game could get out of hand quick here in the third if Maple can't calm down. Beauchamp popped up to second. Now here's Itch, and he scratches his itch to get into right field. Oh, but he can't just get to the wall or get gone. Here's Robert, 0-3 to Austin Jarnigan. He bounces out to first base. 2-2 to Thrallers. He strikes out. Robert gets his second K of the day. JoJo bounced to first over to the pitcher covering first. And there's an out. So Robert has been great. And that's it. They've seen enough of the Dogwood. The maple tree is not as long-lasting. And he's gone. It's Szymanski, who's their long man and has been their 4th starter at some points this year, who gets the first 2 outs of the inning. And now the 0-0 to Frank sees a liner between first and second into right field. And here's Mouse. Dribbler to second. On to first. Got him out. 6-0 has been to the bottom of the 4th. Hodge the 3-0. Yes, he did. He checked that swing. So he goes down to first base, the 1-0. This is chopped, shortened up in one opposite field. Here's first and second now for the Hepcats. Justice, bouncer in front of the catcher. They went to second to get 1. And now it's 2-1. Washington. Not going to get the double play there, so the Kingpins electing to take the out, give up the run. Roberts 0-1. Now to Joshua Dressel. Is going to get the Hepcats with first and third and 2 away. Here is Nick Marksman, the 1-1. Marksman to short. And shortstop's just going to tap second base. And it's 6-1. Hepcats get 1 back. Lead is 5. Szymanski is going to get his second inning of work. Now Julio Ruiz bounces out to first on a 2-2 pitch. Or to second, throw over to first. Keith Lee strikes out. And here is Roach. Got a bomb today. His only hit of the day. This is a floater out towards second. And it is caught easily by a Marksman. Jarnigan starts the 5th. The 1-0 to him. He bounces out to second for the out. Here is Thrallers, the 3-2. Thrallers into left field, into the corner. But it is caught out there by Itch. And here is JoJo to first. Pitcher covers. Can't get there in time. He's safe. JoJo and his 23 stolen bases, so you see he's got them wheels, and now he's stealing second to throw down. He is safe. Here's Hodge. He powers this into the alley. That ball is gone. Dylan Hodge. Bye-bye. His 11th homer of the day. It is 6-3. Anderson, the 2-0. Robert still in the ballgame. Anderson goes into center. That's going to bury itself and nestle underneath of the wall. That is a double. Another runner in scoring position. Here's Tex Justice, the 1-1 to him. Justice to short, on to first. Got him. So minimal damage done, just like the 4th. 6-3. Here's Beauchamp. Bouncer to second, on to first. Szymanski is saving the Hepcats bullpen with an incredibly low pinch count as he gets Gabe Itch out again. Here's the 1-2 to Chungus. Bouncer to first. Szymanski, a quick inning. He's thrown 3 innings and has only thrown 23 pitches. That's what the Hepcats need. Washington back up the middle. That's a single. Leo Roberts starting to perhaps tire out as we get later into this game. Here's the 3-2 bouncer to second. Kingpins get the out at second base, so they get the lead runner, and here's Marksman. 2-2, got him out. He struck out. Sit down, sir. Here is Austin Jarnigan on the 2-2. And the Kingpins get what they need, a calm inning. After a couple straight of the Hepcat scoring, DeCesar, he walks. So they finally cracked the Szymanski code. Here's the 0 to Frank. They won't crack it anymore, at least not for that at-bat. That's a fly out into right. Here's Moose. Or Mouse, excuse me. I can't read. Mouse gets a single. And here comes Ruiz with first and second and one out. Now, Kayotaka Fotia. It's a fly out into left field. Keith Lee, the 1-0 to him. Lazy fly ball into center. Headed right for Jarnigan. He makes the catch. We go to the bottom of seventh. Stretch time in Kansas City. It's 6-3. 1-0 to Thrallers. Oh, to pop out to the catcher. Oh, no. Here's the 3-2 JoJo. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Dylan Hodge. He's already got a homer today. Maybe he can do something against Juan. He strikes out. Here comes Roach to face Fiota again. No, not Fiona from Shrek. Fiota, or Fotia. That joke didn't even work. Here's Beauchamp. He pops out to short. Now, Gabe Itch. He's 0 for 3 today. And he cannot scratch and claw his way to a hit. He's out again. And Chungus strikes out. Big swing. Big miss. Elliot Anderson into left. We're in the bottom of the eighth now, and that's a single. Here is Tex Justice. That is a fly ball into center, and easy corral out there for Lee. Here is Washington, the 3-2. He walks. Vincent Gambini in the game now, and maybe Chicago shouldn't have changed pitchers because they are going to give up a run. Dressel with an RBI single. Uh-oh, here we go again. Marksman, the 3-2. He struck out. That's a big out for Gambini. Jarnigan, bouncer to third. Got him at second base. So they get runners on, but can't score again. Left on base, the name of the game for the Hepcats. Fotia walks the first man, Sare. And now here's Frank, the 1-2 to him. Got him, strike three. So it's only a 2-run game. If Fotia can get Mouse and Ruiz out calmly, and just as I say that, that's a double into left. That's a triple, actually, into left. So now the combo of Thrallers, Joe, Hodge, and everybody else is going to have to get 3 runs instead of 2, as I was just about to say, and it may not be done yet. Bouncer to short. Oh, they're going to give up the run, not even try and go home there for Tomo Oka, or Oka, I should say, no O in there. Here's Lee. 3-0 to him. Walked him. 8-4. Here comes Roach, the 0-0. Oh, and that hits off the catcher's mask. It's bounced away. Oh, the catcher ran into the stands. Oh, no. Where'd that ball go? Here's the 1-1. Roach. Anybody want to explain to me what that animation was, please? A pop-out, I think? 8-4. I've never seen that before. Here's the 0-2 to Thrallers. He bounces that to short. Can Simba get there? Yes, he can. He's safe. 40 stolen bases. You would think he's got the green light. He has got to go. But he doesn't, as Joe goes between short and third. Now we got things going. The 3-0 to Hodge. They walk him. And here's Elliot Anderson. They walk the bases loaded for the Hepcats' best hitter. And Anderson won't make him pay. He pops out to the catcher. Here's Justice. He strikes out. Oh, no. Hepcats fans are appalled. This is a bouncer to third. And they got him out at second. Casey loads the bases of the ninth and does nada. Oh, no. 8-4 loss for Kansas City. Chicago, the road fans are happy as clams. 8-4, 11 hits for the Hepcats, but that didn't help them. 9 hits for the Kingpins. So now Chicago is 36-36. This will really help them in the wild card race. As you look at the box scores here, Lee 3 RBIs, and Roach 3 RBIs as well. Hodge had the 2 RBI day on a bomb, of course. Roach and Lee also had home runs in this game. And Leo Robert, 7-7. 6 innings, 3 earned. Dogwood Maple, 3 innings, 6 earned. And it is Gambini with the save in 2 innings. Keith Lee, the limitless one, is your player of the game.
All right, and now in an effort to keep this stream under forever, we're going to take some box scores really quickly. Hopefully you can hear me better now. I turned myself up again pretty much as OBS would let me go, so let me know in the chat how I sound. But going through things, we're just going to take box scores super quick. 66ers take on the Swift Steeds 6-7. Swift Steeds taking the win there. Baldelli will be the winner. Ingram the loser. Hosh Jader will take the save, and player of the game is going to be Haka Haka. Going down to Anchorage Dynamos, it's a 3-6 win for the Dynamos. Sig Ripper will take the win, Wright the loss, Wheatfall the save, and player of the game will be the Igloo. Then we have the Amarillo Armadillos and the Kingston Mounties. The Mounties winning 10-5. Rolo gets the win in that one. Lewis the loss. Guy gets a save, and the player of the game will be Jimbo Slice. We just did the Kingpins and the Hepcats, so we'll switch up to the Majors. Toro Supernovas. Supernovas taking the win. Torkelton, the pitcher for the winning team, will take his win. Pearson will take a loss. Von Adler will take a save, and Red Arrow is your player of the game. Stars Scorpions. The Scorpions will shut out the Stars. Balquin going to be your winner and your player of the game as he has a strong outing there, and Wokenfuss will take the loss. Sloths Foxes, we're going to have a 5-3 performance for the Sloths. Sloths taking the win, as I think that's Dude Man Bro. Yep, Dude Man Bro takes the win. Emmy Roon will take her 16th loss on the year. Dugan gets the save, and the player of the game is going to be Dude Man Bro. Raptors will beat the Crabs to the tune of 6-3. Arian getting the win, Maddox getting the loss, Lucas with a save, his first on the year, and McDavitt will get your player of the game there. Apex Vandals 4-1 in the Vandals' favor. Your winner will be Jose 43. Dangley will take the loss. Kid will take the save, and your player of the game is going to be Jose 43. Rougarous Voyagers, we had a one-run ball game here, fellas. Very, very close. The Voyagers able to eke out the Rougarous in a tough pitching matchup. Choate will take the win. No wonder it was a tough one. McQueen the loss. O'Sullivan, he'll get his 9th save on the year, a 1.72 ERA for him. Choate will be the player of the game as we go to our final game of the day, the Demons Aviators. 4-2 in the Aviators' favor. Kato will take the win. He's got a 4.02 ERA. Young will take the loss, sitting at 5 ERA. Farias will take the save, his 12th in the year, and the player of the game will be Kato. Excuse me. On the 4th, we have a quick sim, so we'll finish today, and I'll let you run through these box scores really quick if you'd like.
All right.
I'm going to play them first, and then you can go over.
Okay.
There you have it.
All right. Nashville, Death Valley. Obama gets the win. Styles the loss. Florida Man the save. Obama player of the game, a 2-1 win. Outer Banks and Detroit, the Demons get by with 5 in the 8th. 7-4 the winner there. McDove the W. Loss for Farias. Save for Chadwick. Player of the game for Armstrong. Boise and Providence. It's a 4-1 in favor of Providence. Boise gets lost on the back of Bisquick. Incader gets the win for the Crabs, and he is the player of the game as well. Rougarous and Voyagers. Rougarous get the win of the 10th. Extra innings there. Salchincha win. Graves loss. DiStefano Jr. player of the game with the bat. Sloss 6-0 over the Foxes. Daring dares to get another win. His 13th. Varga the loss. Daring the player of the game. And Vandals and Apex. Vandals shut out the Apex on the back of Jabs. Graham's loss. Jabs is your winner of the player of the game. And your winner of the game. Zeilman the win. Baxter the loss. Dupree the save. And Zeilman the starter, the player of the game for Cancun versus Sarasota. And no games down in the futures today.
So we move on to the 5th. Again, no minors games on the 5th. We'll head up to the majors. Quick day. I'll quick play these. Stars Scorps. The Scorps barely able to get it done in a 5-4. Looks like a walk-off win there in the 9th, scoring 2 runs. Lemon is your winner. 3-1 on the year. McConnell, your loser, 1-3 on the year. Despite that low ERA, 2.21. I'd be a little bit upset if I were a bullpen pitcher with a 1-3 record and a 2.21 ERA. Player of the game is James Love. Toros Supernovas. Supernovas winning 8-4. Buster Nutt the winner. Carsey the loser for the Toros. Pozo will get a save, and the player of the game is going to be Buster Nutt. And finally, we have the Rougarous Voyagers. The Voyagers take a walk-off win, so 2 walk-offs in a short day to the tune of 9-8. Graves, your starting pitcher for the Voyagers. He'll get the win. McCullum, I'm sorry, I'm not sure if he's a starting pitcher. I imagine he's not. McCullum will get the loss. He's 2-2 on the year, and your player of the game will be Grand Foreskin. This should take us to an off day. Oops. And it will, so we'll finish here. We have our last featured game of the day. After this, we'll finish this day, and then there's just one more quick sim left. So I'll take us into our last game. It's Chicago Kingpins versus the State College Swift Steeds. And if I look over our notes for this game, it's going to be Todd Gonzalez versus You Need to Calm Down. Looks like I don't have notes on this one. Maybe I just misplaced them. But if you look at your win-loss column, the wins are mostly in favor of the Swiss Steeds. The leadoff man in your 8-9 guy taking the lead on the Kingston side. You Need to Calm Down, who's been having a crazy good year, will take the lead in the pitching column. A 12-3 win-loss versus the 10-4 of Todd Gonzalez. If you look at their ERAs, however, 3.06, not a bad ERA at all, and You Need to Calm Down has a 2.8 ERA, so we could be in for a real pitcher's duel, although the State College batting lineup has been hot, hot, hot. And we'll take you in. You Need to Calm Down. Beavers player pitching to Zach Mouse, who tries to get maybe a little bunt in there. It doesn't work out for him as Ruiz hits that one into center. Oh, but it falls. And Ruiz will reach second base safely with a double. It's his 10th double on the year. Keith Lee will now bat with a runner in scoring position, just 1 out. And that's hit past the shortstop. You could have your first run of the game, but they won't test the arm of the center fielder there. Runner's on the corner for Roach, and he hits that past the shortstop and the third baseman, gets it right between them. So a run already scored for Chicago. Runners first and second, just the 1 out for You Need to Calm Down. Have to pitch out of trouble here to third, to second, to first, and that's just what Beaver needed there. Gets the double play to retire the side, limiting the damage to 1. Haka will now try and get that run right back, but instead he hits to first, gets it over to the pitcher covering to bring in Haywood Dinkle, who hits it back to the pitcher. It gets past the mound, over to the shortstop, and Dinkle's on safely with an infield single. Danny B will step in, and there's a little hit and run going on. Danny B, that finds some grass. He's going for 2. We'll have runners on second and third after the Danny B double for Dom Drozdov. Hard to find a hotter batter than him. Oh, and that's a wild pitch that'll score a run, so we're all tied up here with a runner on third. And the power threat, Dom Drozdov at the plate. He'll hit that to short. Good enough for a run, though, as Dom Drozdov is forced out at first, as Danny B scores the run. Benito Almore strikes out, but they get 2 runs in to take the lead right back. Gabe Itch, he'll take his walk-off. You Need to Calm Down. Bringing in Frank, who hits it to the shortstop, to second. Another double play for the Swifties, as Beauchamp comes in with 2 outs now. And the first baseman makes the grab. Pitcher was there to cover for him, but no need. As we switch back over to State College, Lázaro Hernandez Jr. gets beamed there. He's on to first with no outs. Leadoff man reaching safely, as McCullum hits that to the shortstop, and the Chicago Kingpins will look to turn a double play, but they're not able to get it from second to first, and they just take the fielder's choice as that ball falls, hit off the bat of Preston. Runners first and second now for Lemon, who's been batting over 300. He's hot right now. But that's hit to the right fielder. Oh, and he's not able to get a glove on it. So bases are juiced now. The runners had to hold up. It looked like it would be caught, but Haka with a chance to drive in a few. Hits to the shortstop, to second, to first. Ooh, a double play. The last thing the Swifties need, looking to pad their lead. It'll remain a 2-1 ball game going into the third. Uni pitches to DeCesar, who is called out on strikes. Mouse hits that to right field, but the right fielder has time to make the grab, and Ruiz steps in. He hits that to right field as well, the right fielder giving chase. He'll make the grab, and that is the third out. Clean inning for Uni to calm down. As Haywood Dinkle steps in, hits it to the first baseman. He'll take it to the bag. Danny B in now. He hits that over to third. He's got wheels, and he's safe on first. He's a threat to steal for sure as Dom Drozdov takes the pitch, and there he is. 43 bases in 46 attempts. That's a good record if I ever heard one. Dom Drozdov, however, will be called out on strikes. 2 outs now, runner in scoring position for Benito Almore, who hits it to third. No chance at the out at third, but they get it over to first and retire the side. Keith Lee will step in now for the Kingpins. And he sends it right back up the middle into center field. Played back in to keep him to just the one base as Roach steps up. He's hot for the Kingpins. And that falls. You can see why he's hot, as there's now runners first and second. No outs for you. Need to calm down. Picone steps in. He's called out on strikes. Maybe he did calm down. And that'll bring in Gabe Itch. Struck out as well. As Frank steps in, and he lifts that into left field. So you need to calm down after getting runners on first and second with no outs. Pitches out of the jam with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Lazaro Hernandez, he'll take the strikeout. McCullum steps up to the plate, and that's hit back up the middle, but the center fielder has time to make the catch. Preston in now. He'll hit that also to center, a little to the right, and that's into the gap. He's running for second, and safe. Double for Preston. So Lemon will try to keep that batting average over 300, but strike out instead to bring up Beauchamp for the Mounties. I'm sorry, for the Kingpins. As he sends that back up into center field, he's safe on first. Leadoff runner reaching again. Continue to calm down. Settle things down once more, leaving a leadoff runner stranded. He'll get a strikeout of DeCesar. He'll get a flyout from Mouse, keeping the runner on first now with 2 outs, and Ruiz will step in. That's hit to left field as well. Oh, and that's well out of here. 396 feet. The Kingpins take the lead. They haven't held since the top of the first inning, 3-2. As we're in the top of the 5th still here, you need to calm down. Needs 1 more out to get out of it. And now the batters will look to make up the damage that was done off that Ruiz homer. Haka, they're back to their leadoff. He hits it softly to the pitcher, but Haka does not have the speed to beat that one out. That'll bring in Haywood Dinkle. He sends it high, caught by the center fielder. Danny B's in again, and he strikes out. So the momentum shifting here from the Swifties over to Chicago side as you need to calm down. Back on the mound, he gets a strikeout. Vinny Picone reaching. I'm sorry, up at plate. Now he's reaching. He's on first, back up the middle. I think I might have jinxed that one. As Itch comes up to the plate. That one's hit high, and the center fielder should have time. He does. He makes the catch. 2 outs. Runner on first. Frank up at the bat. He's swinging it from the right side. Called out looking on strikes. Kingpins retain their lead in the top of the 6th. Now the Swifties are back up to bat. And Dom Drozdov, he'll take his walk to the chance of MVP. Alomar will strike out. Lazaro Hernandez Jr., he'll take a pitch so that Dom Drozdov can reach, and he'll have a stolen base. That's his 6th on the year. Lazaro Hernandez lines that one into right field. It falls, and Dom is rounding. He wants to get the lead back, or at least tie it, and he does. McCullum now up. And that one's hit far. Falls fast into right field, looking for 2. He'll reach second safely. With 1 out, they decide not to send the runner, letting Preston bat, and it's hit to the second baseman, gets it over to first. The runners will hold, not risk anything as Lemon steps up. And that's hit high to the left fielder, who will make the catch. So could be a poor decision to hold the runner, but the game is at least tied. 8 hits apiece, 3 runs apiece as Beauchamp steps in and hits it to the shortstop, gets it over to first for an out. DeCesar, the 9th batter for the Kingpins, he'll line out to the center fielder, makes the catch. And Mouse, the leadoff batter, he'll strike out looking. So Esteban Rodriguez Jr. able to have a clean inning there. Haka will step in once again. He hits that high. caught by the center fielder. Haywood Dinkle will come in. Oh, I'm sorry. It's off the heel of his glove. That's an error. Haka Haka reaches as Haywood Dinkle tries to advance him. And that's caught that time by the right fielder. No error there. Danny B will step in. And he sends that to left field. Too high. Not fast enough. It's caught. So Haka Haka still at first base off the error as Dom Drozdov hits that a mile high. It's caught on the infield by the first baseman. And we're tied going into the top of the 8th. Kingpins to bat. Ruiz will step in. He strikes out. Esteban Rodriguez Jr. still the pitcher for State College. Keith Lee, he hits that to left field, but the left fielder was playing it well. He's able to make the grab. There's a loud sound there. Oh no, the Kingpins take a lead here in the top of the 8th. They score a home run off the 385-foot blast from Roach, the first baseman. As Pacone will look to follow that performance, he takes a walk. And Itch, who's been cold, he'll step up. He hits that to third, over to first, and there's the out. But the Swifties now only have 2 innings to secure that run back. Benito Almore will step in, and getting the leadoff man on is just the way to do it, as Lazaro Hernandez Jr. will step in from the left side. He hits that to the shortstop. They get the leadoff runner, but don't turn to. Lazaro Hernandez now on first base on the fielder's choice as McCullum steps in, and that's hit into the gap. Off the wall, running to second. It's a stand-up double. The runner's coming home. Safe! RBI double. Your score is tied once again in the 8th. As Jay Preston will step up to bat. And that one's hit high and deep, caught on the warning track, holding the runner at second. Bergamot Lemon now trying to get that go-ahead run for the Swifties, as that's fumble-bumbled by... it was ruled an infield hit. Looked like it could have been an error. Runners on the corners, but Haka Haka flies out to the first baseman, and that's an out. We'll have Frank stepping up to the plate now as they look to take their lead back. He'll get on with a single. Leadoff man reaching is always trouble as Esteban Rodriguez Jr. reaches deep in, pitching in his 3rd inning here. That one's flied out to right. The right fielder makes the grab. Now we have DeCesar stepping in, and that one might drop. It doesn't. The center fielder is able to get there in time. 2 outs for Mouse, who hits it past the third baseman into left field. Runners first and second now for Ruiz. Hosh Jader is in now for the Swifties. And he gets a strikeout. So bottom of the 9th, Swifties hoping for some walk-off magic here from Haywood Dinkle, who's been one of the best hitters in the league, arguably. If not your MVP, your runner-up. He hits into right field. He's on first. Danny B will back him up, trying to move him, and he'll get through the gap there between third and short. Runners first and second, a runner in scoring position for Dom Drozdov. Can't think of anyone I'd rather have up, but instead he'll ground it out to the first baseman. Runners at the corner, they get the out at second. A sac fly wins the game, but instead Benito Almore will strike out. And now it's up to Lazaro Hernandez Jr. with a runner on third. That's hit deep. It might go. It's gone. It's a walk-off home run for Lazaro Hernandez Jr. I believe this is his 3rd week from creation, and there's his walk-off win on stream. Incredible. Love to see it. 7-4 win for the Swifties. As we go down the batting lines here, Haywood Dinkle 2 for 5, Danny B 3 for 5, 2 for 4 Hernandez, 2 for 4 McCullum. On the Chicago side, 3 for 4 for Roach. But that was a close game. I mean, the teams kept going back and forth. We were tied in the late innings. And then a walk-off home run from rookie Lazaro Hernandez Jr. Probably a name to keep an eye on if you're a general manager of a majors team looking to get a good pick in the draft. Going down to pitching, Hosh Jader picks up the win. Gambini will pick up the blown save and the loss after surrendering that home run. And Lazaro Hernandez Jr., I mean, just a well-deserved player of the game. We'll finish up the box scores. Going through the rest of it, the Hepcats take a close win themselves, 4-3. Looks like a walk-off there as well. The Wheelers tied it in the top of the 9th, and the Hepcats walked it off. MacArthur getting the win, his 2nd in the year. Carlton getting the loss, 4-3. Your player of the game will be Font. Dynamos Mounties. The Dynamos will get the win. Stefan getting his 4th win on the year. Greer getting the loss. Johnson with the save. And Greer, despite the loss, is your player of the game. Don't see that one too often. 66ers and Dillos. The Dillos will take the win, 8-7, 12 hits to 11. Sims getting the win, Miller the loss, and Poutine the player of the game. So correct me if I'm wrong here, but we had 3 one-run games and a walk-off. So a close game, set of games here for the minor league teams as we start getting through the first week of September.
Well, actually, 2 walk-offs technically, because Anchorage tied it in the 9th, and Hepcats got to win 2 walk-offs in the same day. And did 3 losing teams have a player get player? Oh no, 2 losing teams had a player get player of the game too.
Yeah, so
it would be Greer and Fant.
Schedulers would have had to. I mean, there was no bad game to pick here for the schedulers. I mean, they all ended up being just great games. Love watching the Swifties get a walk-off win myself, but I mean, any of these games were close.
And another weird thing, did you notice during the Swift Steeds game, Benito Alomar was in Mounties uniform the whole time?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That was kind of weird.
And I looked it up with the file, like if he was a trade or something, and he wasn't. He's been there for 3 seasons. I thought that, 2 seasons at least. That was weird.
Swift Katie Cat, or Benito Alomar, has been a Swiftie since going in the first round of the minor league draft. So I have no idea why that uniform thing happened, but we'll move up to the majors now. Keep moving along. Aviators beating the Supernovas 5-4 as we keep up our theme here of close games. Fry's taking the win. Von Adler taking the loss. Player of the game, McQuack. Toros and Apex will upset things, being the only blowout of the day as I cheat and look at the last box score. 14-4. 17 hits to 7. Striker spin rate gets the win. Otter the loss. Player of the game is Raven Knox, as the Toros just look to be the only upset of the day. Sloths will lose to the Stars 6-5, as that one's a walk-off too. And now that I look at it, the Aviators were a walk-off. So just a day of walk-offs. A great day for baseball fans everywhere. I hope you all had tickets and got to see. El Charo will take the win. Sin Canson will take the loss. Your player of the game, Buswell. And I think we have one last game here. I'll let you take it away. As we move on to the 8th, we'll do the Major Leagues first. I'll quick play them. You can run us down once I'm done with that.
All right, Sloths and Stars. Sloths win 8-2. Flowers gets the win. Wolkenfuss gets the loss, and Flowers player of the game. Crabs and Foxes, a battle of 2 teams really struggling. Crabs win. Uriquez Garcia, the win. Sleep on the loss and handle the 4th save. Player of the game is Samson. Scorpions, hey, they finally lost a game this sim. Wow. 11-6. New York and Death Valley really dueling it out. Fairborn the win. Green the loss. O'Sullivan the save. That's his 10th. Aram the player of the game. Supernovas and Aviators. Sarasota wins 6-2. Torkelson win. Jackson loss. Pozo save. And Shu player of the game. He was a shoo-in, you could say. Detroit Demons and Boise Raptors. Detroit tried to mount a comeback late. Couldn't do it. Kai the win. Vaughn the loss. Paul the save. Kai is your player of the game. Rougarous and Vandals. Vandals, hey, it's another walk-off. Kid and Solchicha, your winner and your loser. Sessions, your player of the game. Toros and Apex. Toros get shut out. I think that's their first loss this sim. Tokiyami win. Pearson loss. Pleasant save. Hood player of the game. So San Bernardino and Amarillo's where we're starting 9-0 win for the 66ers. Daily win, Sandwich loss, and Daily your player of the game. Kingpins upset the Swift Deeds. That one took 13 innings. That's one hell of a series, folks. Winner is Dart, loser is Plumber, and Pin is the save. Haka, player of the game. Mounties upset the Dynamos 4-1. Mazeruski gets the win. McDonald the loss. Black the save, and Mazeruski your player of the game. And the Wheelers and the Hepcats is 4-3 for the second straight night. And Hammersmith with the win. He has 11 now. Pressing the loss, he has 12. MacArthur the save with 11. And Anderson the catcher for the Hepcats is player of the game.
And that'll do it for the stream. Thanks for those of you who could stick around. So we went a little late here as we had some last-minute lineup changes kind of eat into our start time, but we wanted to get that done so that all the teams could have their preferred lineups going into this big stream heading into the last month. We'll take a quick peek at the standings. Again, I know we did just 8 days ago, but as we're getting into the later months here, I'm sure people like to see where they're at. The Bernardino 66ers and the Kansas City Hepcaps are still in a dead heat for the MILPBE. There's another mouthful. West Division. No clear winner is decided there. The Swift Steeds still up 12 games on the Kingpins in the wild card. The Hepcaps and 66ers, I guess since they're both tied for the division, they're also both tied for the wild card. And the third team, the Kingpins, is no games back, but would not make the series if I have my math right, if the season were to end today. We'll peek up at the majors. The Toros still hold a 6-game lead over the Voyagers. Still some time to get that back, but really coming down to the wire here. The Scorpions and the Sloths also pretty close. It seems like Toros and Scorpions will win their division, barring any crazy end of season blow-ups, as the Sloths have the wild card locked up. I have to assume even if the Scorpions didn't win the division at this point, they probably have just about clinched a wild card berth, as we have Stars and Voyagers fighting for home field advantage should they play. And the Vandals and the Raptors also basically have the same record. So these 4 teams here, Raptors, Vandals, Voyagers, Stars, should be watching closely the standings and hoping to find their way into a late October playoff berth.
Man, if you look at the last tens, nobody's really doing a ton of moving. The only place there was some movement looks like New York starting to make up some ground on Cancun in the last 10 there. But other than that, perhaps the Aviators slipping a little bit, but then again, Boise slipping too. So an interesting wild card race for the bottom there. And this and really about positioning now.
I'll head into the commissioner's office now. I want to upload our roster here live so that you can see that we're keeping things fair and honest. No tampering. Don't believe in it. That's what I'm told anyway. That's why I do this live. I'm going to click execute. It's going. This will take a little while. I think I saw in the chat, that's the good error, happy to see it, that we were interested in a raid maybe of OOTP developments. Is somebody in the chat who knows how to do that better than I do? Oh my god, I clicked moderator view and crazy things are happening. I'm hoping to find a raid button. Not seeing it.
Well, I don't know if you are or not, but don't look at me.
Yes, indeed. I think, can we do exclamation mark raid? Let me find their channel, copy it, see if we can just raid it that way. I think I've seen it done that way. We'll give it a minute so that this can kind of finish uploading a little bit. But I will try to raid out of the park developments as requested. Oh, there's a review recent rates button. I have no recent rates apparently. Go figure. How was it, Crunkleton? How was the Holiday Inn Express? Everything you hoped and dreamed? Did you have breakfast? Continental. Nice. Yeah, I was at a hotel like a month ago myself, but other than that, I don't feel like I haven't been in a hotel all year. Well, staying at home. Well, how was it? How was your first co-commentating gig? How do you feel? If you're still with us, I'm guessing he's not. Might have stepped out. You have a 2.5, 3 hour stream. Sometimes nature calls. You got to step away. I get it.
Hello, hello.
Oh, there you are. Hello,
Oh,
hello.
what the hell? How long has this thing not been on? What in the world?
Not forever, but for a little
Oh,
bit.
I read off how to rate and all that. I was like, I didn't hear anything. What the heck is going on? Yeah, no, this was fun. I haven't stretched the lungs out or the vocal cords out in a long time, so that was nice. I haven't done that since college, so hey, that was cool. I figured out how to do the raid thing, by the way.
All right, hook it up. What do I do?
So okay, I apparently can't do it. But I guess because I'm not a mod. So it's I think /. It's tied to question mark on a Mac. You do /raid, and then you do a left bracket, and then you put in the name of the Twitch channel you want to do it to. So O2P Developments. Then you close the bracket and you hit enter. And for me, it says I don't have permission to perform the action.
It says unrecognized command.
How do I get back to like main Discord? Here we go. I'll send it to you over text in Discord what I'm doing.
Yep, that didn't work. I tried exclamation mark. Shouldn't put that there. That's gonna loop us off into forever.
There.
Ooh, it says I don't have permission to perform that action. So
Oh, really? Huh.
guess I'm
Aren't
not
you
a cool
mod?
enough mod. I am a mod, but I guess I don't know.
Oh,
There's different levels of mods, I think.
must have to be like owner or something.
Yeah. So if LBG is around, I think he can do it. If not, we might not get a raid in today.
I see him. I saw him earlier. I know he's here.
He was on for a minute. He jumps in and out sometimes. Busy schedule.
Yeah, busy man.
Person man can do it too.
But yeah, anime was fun. Clearly ran us long a little bit there, but oh well, first time for everything.
Yep. I think a lot of it was just that lineup change had to get made before the stream.
Yeah, that set us back by about 15, 20 minutes too. That didn't help. But oh well, you gotta do what you gotta do to keep everything fair and balanced.
That's right.
Don't want any undoings here.
Oops, that's not going to work. I had the code to upload, copied and pasted, but then I copied and pasted the raid command. Let's try this again. As that loads.
Can you raid person? Like if you do /raid and then do the name of the out of the park in the cone brackets.
Yeah, person man.
Can you raid? Are you of that power?
He's done it before.
Oh, okay.
And the index is updating. Yep, it looks like it should be good now. So now would be a great time. Let's check it out. Click on the minor leagues because that's where we are at. 9/8. That's the correct day. So yeah, that's
It
it.
works.
We did it. I didn't break the league again like I did in spring training. I'm gonna cross my fingers I don't ever do it again, but you never know.
What you do?
I wasn't really my fault. The Amazon web server that we store this game on was full.
Oh,
So it just kind of broke. Go for it, person man. We're ready when you are. Thanks for coming, everyone. We appreciate it. I really enjoyed hosting with you. I hope you can come back sometime. Do it again.
yeah, absolutely. We'll do.
And we'll just awkwardly kind of continue to send this out as person man gets the raid going. And there it is. We're out.